Hey guys, how's it going today? So, I'm sure you guys are here for the same topic. You've probably heard about this if you're on Twitter. I've covered this topic on my channel, and I fought on my second channel, which, by the way, if you guys aren't subscribed, go subscribe right now. It's like 2 months old. We're already at 4.32k subs. I'm really happy with this channel. If you don't have time to catch all the streams, make sure to check out like the shortened VODs and highlights of my stream. We also have like funny clips on there. But yeah, the other day, I mean, there wasn't enough like big topic for me to make a stream about it, a 2-hour-long stream. So I was like, hey, I'm just gonna record something real quick. And I recorded a video on this drama. I'm gonna call it drama because it literally is drama in this case. It's not a legal matter. It's not an unethical corporation abusing something. It's really just, it's just drama, man. It's just artists and VTuiters, and I'm not gonna try to generalize communities too much because obviously there's good apples and there's bad apples everywhere. But I do feel like this has become so overblown, and it just keeps on going and going and going. And I knew it, and I knew this would happen. I called it. I so freaking called it. So at first it started with Kevin getting called out for fat phobia. And I was talking about this with other people, and I knew that even if he does backtrack some of this, he's gonna get called out for something else, and he did. Now, the other things that came to light was much more serious, but we're gonna get into that in a second. Huni, mwah mwah! Yeah, I have a clip of Huni on that channel too. Very good clip. Love you, Huni. So yeah, it went to petty drama, to something that's was blown way out of the water. But from my understanding, from talking to people behind the scenes and people who know and talk to a lot of the people involved, the artists all know each other, and they've been they talk to each other. It's a small community, right? And they dislike Kevin. They've always disliked him. Some for good reasons, some for less good reasons. And it's clear that they want him out. Now, the reason why they want him out, we can only speculate because we're not in their head. That's probably varying from person to person. Rima working overtime to cover this art drama. Thank you for your service. I got you, fam. So let's start from the very beginning. For those who haven't seen my video, do you like chubby fit Mitsuri? He tweeted that, and that caused an avalanche of controversy. I mean, as you guys can see, it's got 12 million views. Oh, you guys can't see. It's got 12 million views, got 11k likes. It's got 4.7 RTs. And people were upset because she wasn't chubby enough to be called chubby fit. And then with every Kevin drama, all of his past quote-unquote controversies resurface. So he's been called, and it's always the same names. It's always the same names, guys, and it's so frustrating to see the same names pop out every time. Okay, I'm gonna calm down, but really, like, I think other people don't notice it as much as I do because I follow these topics, but I recognize all of these names. Like, I recognize all of the drama llamas in the community. And it's one thing to peddle in drama like I do and, you know, to make videos out of it to entertain people. And then there's another thing to be an instigator of drama for no fucking reason, like with no goal. I think that's worse. That's gotta be worst. All right, TLDR on this, okay? She's not chubby, okay? She's not really. I hope I'm not gonna get demonetized for showing this. He claims, he said chubby fit. He said chubby fit, which is apparently a term. And I asked my community on my second channel, did you guys hear this term chubby fit? Because I looked at it. I looked on TikTok, which I thought, you know, if it is a term somewhere, it's going to be on TikTok, like girl dinner and all of these trending hashtags. I didn't find anything chubby fit except one channel that was like a foreign channel. And she had a similar body style. But on one channel doesn't really corroborate this. So I asked my community. Some people said that it was a thing on Tumblr. But is it a really popular thing? I don't know. Are we grasping at straws here? Perhaps. This is maybe him, you know, grasping at straws. This prompted a whole discussion on chubby body types and stuff. Some people responded in better ways than others. Some people showed like their chubby arts and their curvy arts, which were also beautiful. There's definitely a discussion to be had about quote-unquote body representation in the anime community. Like, in anime, everybody's a skinny bitch with large boobs. And it certainly wouldn't hurt to see more variety. That being said, I don't know if attacking somebody is the productive conversation we should have. It should be done in another, more productive way where everybody can feel involved. If you attack somebody, they're gonna clam up. You're never gonna get to them like that. Call the bomb squad because you look like a bombshell. Thank you. I mean, it's obviously not chubby, it's just a curvy, but it's not worth getting mad over. Yeah, 100%. It's not chubby. It's curvy, yeah. Little curvy. He ends up doing a side-by-side comparison. I see it more there. She just looks thick. Even I have thick thighs, so I don't see this as chubby. Yeah. At the end of the day, everybody's got a different definition of chubby. But I kind of called it there that, you know, there's definitely underlying reasons why people were calling him out here. Let's be real. So like I said, it's always the same names that attack him. And if it wasn't for this, it would be for something else. Thank you for the membership. And thank you, Yinka, for the membership as well. So after this, okay, yeah, I one more thing. There was another tweet that he did where he responded to the drama with a tweet telling her to, well, if that with Mitsuri with a bunch of burgers in her face and saying, fine, I'll eat. And people got really upset with that because he was kind of rage baiting with that tweet. He ends up deleting it, and that emboldens the haters. And after that, he is also... There's a few things why people dislike him. He's made some sus assets. He's utilized a model that was canonically 17 or 16, so underage, with sus assets. So people were upset with that. I don't know how you guys feel about that. You don't care because it's pixels and it's fictional. And I agree with that, but other people can disagree. I don't give a shit. So these are just really mild things. Honestly, I don't fucking care that he made this. He stirs the pot a little more, releasing this Lollygod Requiem asset. I mean, she has that asset in the video, and everybody fucking loves that video. Like, VTubers that covered that video are gonna turn around in the same breath and criticize him for having that asset. Wait, Cotton did Lollygod Dance IRL and it's insanely good? I gotta check this out. So he retweets the Cubism thing 5.1 because they have templates. Another one of his big criticism is that he leaks other people's model files. But every time, no one would ever show evidence of this. And my take, my theory, and I was right about it. I was right. I'm very fair. I'm very rarely wrong. I'm just gonna say that. It was one time that's been blown out of proportion, and the narrative changed to he always leaks other people's model. He always leaks the source file. He has a horrible work ethic. So it became super convoluted until finally somebody showed the proof, and it was true. He did leak multiple VTubers source files. So that really started the whole thing, the whole avalanche. As for the template, well, he said he uses a template. He decides to showcase this with the X-ray of the skeleton here. So he says, yes, I'm bragging. I developed the most advanced template tool way ahead. This is just a small glimpse. It saves me at least 10 hours of work. Learn a tip and build your own template and rigging style. Rigger, pay your taxes and save for retirement before AI replaces all. I have 6 years of experience and worked full-time with Netflix, Disney, Epic Games as concept artist and UE5 3D artist before, and while learning Life 2D, little kids playing with their drone tried to cancel me, get on my level. But this, of course, wasn't enough for other people that were trying to cancel him, because they claim that this is a... Where can I find it? I didn't prepare slides for this, so this sucks. Okay, I don't have it, but they claim that it's an asset that he sold on his Patreon. It is true that it's an asset that is sold on his Patreon, but the asset is the aesthetic only of the X-ray. He's using that to showcase his rigging, basically. If you go to his reply, he replies to the person. Okay, yeah, maybe we can find the reply. And he did delete that one post from his Patreon, which caused sort of a Streisand effect, because people were like, well, why'd you hide it? You know, why'd you hide it? I don't know if I'll find it. Oh, there we go. Sure, it would be weird if that template skeleton was just a 9-month-old Patreon asset and yours, and you deleted the tweet promoting it, huh? I removed it because you don't get to use it. Check my post. He's... The thing with Kevin now is that he's replying to everybody. He's getting one guide. Nobody is trying to cancel you. They're trying to call you out on ignorant and professional behavior. Do you guys think they're trying to cancel him? Did you know that inside of you is a skeleton, Rima? Yes. You think he's doing it on purpose? It's not a good move. I don't think it's a good move. I don't think he should be clapping back. Everything will be used against him. So, I'm gonna tell you guys the whole story, because this is just the beginning, by the way. And then I'll tell you guys my final conclusion on this. Yes, he also admitted into playing into outrage marketing, which people got really even more pissed off about. Seems like it, but he ain't doing himself any favor by taking the bait. Yeah, I agree. I'm just gonna open the door real quick. So my AC can come in. So he does another post to explain how his skeleton rigging worked because people didn't believe him. He says, skeleton rigging technique goes hard, still not near perfect and needs work. I'm both an artist and a technician. VTuber model quality standards have gone way up since 2020. I will continue raising my commission prices each year and developing new tech to compete with AI. And I had a few discussions with other artists about templates. A lot of them think it is a good thing. They said, we've had a lot of productive discussions. Basically, the end product is what matters, right? How much time you spend on it doesn't really matter to the client. They don't really care. I just want something to look good at the end of the day, and you know, an artist can work on your rig for 6 months, but you can work on your rig for 2 weeks and end to the same result, then that's probably gonna be fine. Now the problem is that people are now nitpicking on the quality of the final art, which is a little different. So here, this person clipped a Iron Mouse rig where and they claim necklace templates need some work, where the pearls are kind of detaching of themselves. And right after this was on the day of her debut, and the next day Kevin claims that he fixed it. So he fixed it, and yeah, he says fix the day after the stream. But then, this is the screenshot in my thumbnail. People started comparing. Wait, I'm getting a little ahead of myself on the story. You know what? I didn't even pull up the Nanoless tweet. Whoopsie. I jumped a little bit of things, actually. Okay, so the artist of the model, which is Nanoless, she does a lot of VTuber models for also large VTubers. She says, I fucking hate this because this should be the original chest and he modified it without my knowledge. I clearly state that I offer free fixing for the rigger until model is done and good. And the biggest thing is that there's shading here and here. I don't know if you guys can see it. And he basically removes that. And the boobs are bigger. And also the long bangs here, they're gone. Wait a second, the long bangs are here. Okay, in another showcase that I've seen, these long bangs are not here anymore. But in this one, they're here, so now I'm confused. The shadow on the bang is gone. Where? This one's here. This one's here. This one's here. They're all here on this picture. Oh, on her body? Yes, yeah. You're right. Here, and here. The shadow on her body. Yo, good eye. Good eye, guys. So that means if Rima were to ever show her skeleton, it would show she has hooves instead of regular feet. No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. That's what you guys want. A template doesn't mean you didn't do the work. It means you did the work beforehand, so you just have to customize it later. It's not a big deal. No, it's not a big deal. And there's some more nuanced takes on this. I don't know why the shadow was removed or the shading. Did he run out of time? Did he try to cut corners? That's the part that I feel he deserves a little more criticism. As for changing the design, I would need to be able to see his communication with Mousy. I'm missing too much information for me to make a definite conclusion out of this. Because Kevin, in his TOS, he has the option, well, he has like a disclaimer saying that he will modify some things so they can be rig appropriate. But the thing is, the TOS, I mean, if the client signs it, that doesn't mean that the artist signed it. You know what I mean? So the artist didn't sign off on the TOS. The client did. But then the TOS also states that the client should own ownership of the model. Are they talking about rights? Ownership rights? Because if that is the case, then Iron Mouse should own all the rights to the model. And if she does own all the rights to the model, well, then that's it. That's case closed. Then only Iron Mouse is the one that should have anything to say about the model. And actually, if in most ownership contracts, sometimes there's a clause for the artist to be able to showcase it in the portfolio, but I'm not even sure all of this is allowed. It depends on the contract. If it was a VTuber corpo, like Niji Sanji or Hololive, I guarantee you the artist would never be allowed to talk about a model and drag a model into drama and controversy like this on social media. It would be highly unlikely on the Japanese side or even on any corpo. But that is only that theory, guys. It's just a theory because again, I don't have access to their communications. That's if Iron Mouse owns the ownership rights and not just the commercial rights. Does VShojo have NDA for artists? I don't know, man. I don't know. But one thing is sure, there's way too much fucking drama on the indie VTuber sphere and artist sphere. Like, Jesus, man. Now I understand why corpo VTubers are very risk averse. Oh, the shadings on the body are not able to be rigged? You don't rig the shading? So, I'm gonna talk about my own experience with my new model. And also, I don't know, I'm a very hands-on person, so I oversee every little detail, but Iron Mouse commissioned so many models that maybe she has a more hands-off approach, and maybe she didn't like test everything out of her model before debuting. I don't know. She has way less free time than me, right? So I understand if she didn't test everything. Now, that being said, I asked my artist if she had a rigger to recommend me, my new artist. You guys, I haven't revealed the model yet. She did. They're both from a foreign country, so I was like, that's perfect. You guys can communicate with each other with fluidity. and I trust you, so I trust them. You know what I mean? Because they came recommended. And there was some issues with the first iteration of my model. There was some shading that was missing too. So even though they spoke to each other, I still oversaw the whole thing and sometimes did some back and forth in between them to change some things so the model could be perfect. And we did, like, we added some shading there and there. They were both very kind, very patient. These two artists are Chinese, but they're very good. They work for game companies. They're very professional, so they have a lot of experience. So like, you know, there's some communication that hasn't been done here. And Kevin here replies, I love your work. I was not in direct communication with you, and I fixed the Pearl immediately after I noticed detaching because body X reverse is enabled and I forgot to test it. I gave you the reason about boob shading with video explanation and was willing to update it. You said so too. I have been waiting for your reply. This is something you brought up because I questioned it. I was willing to fix it, but I personally just gave up. You're correct. But thank you for your service. This will never happen again. We collabed many times before and we were both satisfied with our result. I don't want this one-time reason made you grow hostile on me. I worked hard on this model and I still love your work. At least we could be neutral. And then this V-tweeter is like jumping on him, saying he's lazy, immature, shameless, blameless clown, blah, blah, blah. And then there's a bunch of indie VTubers, large indies, that are also commenting on this, which I think is... I wouldn't take a side here. It's not worth it unless they're friends with her. That's probably why. Shading can be rigged, but some shadows can't. Oh, okay. I'm an artist and the shadow follow the body. For the shadows for strings of hair so thin on the chest, so wide. They should be warped a lot or have a completely different shape. Okay. So Hexa made a pretty good comparison here, like a side by side, and you guys can see that the breast side has changed a lot. But for me, I'm missing a vital piece of information. Did Kevin show this to Iron Mouse and be like, hey, I made your boobs bigger, and she was like, oh my god, I love it? Or did it just flow under the radar and she didn't even notice it was changed? Because that would change things for me. He probably just did it and she signed off on it. Sadly seen a lot of the large VTubers trying to... Yeah, I know. It's a little disappointing to see a lot of VTubers put their 2 cents onto the drama. Yokchi. It's really a shame if a rigger is butchering the work, the model, artist, and listen to the artist's opinion. If I put in 100+ hours of dedicated work into a model art, the least I expect is the rigger to put love into his job and work with the artist together to make a good model for the client. I mean, I thought this was way worse. This is fine. I mean, this is a fine take. This is a fine take. She's just saying that she wants him to put like more love into their art piece, like it's his baby. Changing someone's art to fit a template is disrespectful. Well, we don't know if you change it to fit the template. That's a lot of assumption. You know, Cinder is in there too. Buff Buff, Sayu, Nixie, Hazumi, and I get it. Okay, when a post get a lot of traction, sometimes when somebody comes out with, you know, their story and they feel upset about something, your first reaction is to be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry this happened to you. But at this, I used to do that too. I did it on the Kenji post when it came out, and because there was like a totally other side of the story that got revealed after with the whole Sayu thing, I kind of learned my lesson there, and now I don't want to say anything until I know it's safe to do so, like I have the whole story, because sometimes you end up eating your words. At the end of the day, I do feel like a lot of artists put a lot of importance on their work, and it's a lot of respect the artist's work and respect the artist's wishes. But what about the client's wishes? Isn't the client the one hiring you guys? Isn't the client the producer that's put the team together, that's commissioning all this? So artists seem to have a shit ton of power, almost an unbalanced power in this scenario, because let's think about what's gonna happen now. So Iron Mouse is being dragged into this drama against her will. If somebody did that to my model, by the way, I would be fucking livid. I'm telling you right now, heads would roll. But the way Iron Mouse is gonna handle this is, I'm just speculating here. One option could be not to say anything. But she's probably gonna have to speak up. And when she does speak up, she will probably try to shift the blame onto her and say something very nice, like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I should have made a communication between you two, and I'll take more care next time." So she's gonna try to deflect the blame onto her, so it gets some heat off the both artists involved. And then, you know, everybody's gonna cheer her on and stuff. I feel like that's very, that would be her type to do so. And that would be pretty smart. Pretty smart for her to do so. But it sucks that now she's gonna have to do something. And then the other thing is, even though if she wanted to keep working with Kevin, now she couldn't. That's why I'm saying this is overpowered. Like, the power balance there is heavily leaning on one side, because even though Iron Mouse is the one with the large income, that's made it so she has a lot of buying power. That's made it so that she can choose any artist, and any artist would love to be able to work with her, even though every artist benefits from working with Iron Mouse, because after you work with Iron Mouse, you can probably boost your price by like 5 times, or at least twice, right? You'll get a lot more clients. If she works with Kevin again, she is going to have a lot of angry people on her ass. So that means she's probably not going to work with Kevin again after this. Whether she cares or doesn't care about the drama, it doesn't matter, because now it's almost a liability to go with this rigor again. And even whether he is guilty of everything or not, it doesn't matter, because there's enough people upset at him to make a difference. Well, what is it? Oh, you guys think it doesn't matter? Well, she didn't work with Kevin in her next rig, because her next thing was... Sorry, I can't find it now, but Suika... Okay, Nanoless has also put her 2 cents on some other art dramas. So that's the second time I see her name involved in a drama. Suika has also spoken out against Kevin before, and it sucks because they're both so incredibly talented. And it sucks that they're involved in drama like this. I really wish it would have stayed private and it would be handled privately. So Suika is the one that did the call out on the template, and she's revealed that 2 years ago, Kevin has posted a marine model file, not Marine My Wife, another one, and it had past client PSDs in it on his Patreon. That was in 2022. So you can buy that file off his Patreon. Literally anyone can access these PSDs inside. And, you know, Straub was like, I'm gonna DM him. Does somebody know? And then she's like, no, I'm blocked. And trying to find this. So she's rigged Iron Mouse's latest model. Hold up, I'm about to do some detective work here. So, and you guys are saying, oh, Iron Mouse, you know, doesn't care about this. No, she did, because she didn't hire Kevin the next time she worked with Nanoless. She hired Nanoless. Nanoless told her that she doesn't want to work with Kevin again, so she hired Suika as a rigger. Okay, Art, Nanoless, Rig, Suika. There you go. And there is also another instance where Iron Mouse was also controlled by her artist, and not controlled, but affected, I guess. When Kason joined VTuber, there was a lot of people upset at Kason because of the whole Taiwan thing. And her original Iron Mouse model, like the OG one, she it was made by a Chinese artist who was extremely upset by Kaison's arrival at VTuber, and because of that, she cannot get any update on her original model anymore, because that artist refuses to either one, let her use a model, but I think it's not that. I think it's more that he refuses to update it. So it does happen, like, and it's not even her own fault. Like, it's just too troublesome to have. You probably just say yes. You know, you kind of just have to acquiesce, because it's too troublesome to make people agree with each other. It's just easier to be like, okay, I'll just work with somebody else then. Yeah, the 2021 Gremlin model, exactly. There's only one way to settle this. Show us your skeleton. I'm burying myself. I think they're adjustable like matas. Okay. I actually really love what Kevin is doing as far as pushing the boundaries of what can be done with Live 2D. I know Kevin messed up in a couple ways, but I want to keep seeing 2D models improve. It matters less to me that he's being an a-hole and occasionally lazy. I mean, yeah, I've spoken to a lot of I think the most egregious stuff is leaking the client's PSD, but then I talked to a lot of artists, and they were like, you do so much work, especially the source files, that mistakes do slip up. It happens. And I had a friend who sent me a PSD file for my like thumbnail edit. And he was also like, oh my god, he was super sorry because he felt like the layers weren't organized enough. So it does happen. It is being a little blown out of proportion. I mean, the people that got their PSD leaks are probably the one that should be the more upset by this. But instead, it's like other artists that are more upset. 8K? Yeah, that's I don't. I mean, I agree with you. I get fuck, man. You pay so much, and like, you pay so much for these things, but I'm baffled. I don't even know how to finish a sentence. That's crazy. Did he just think it's okay to leak a PSD? No, of course not. It's definitely a mistake. And he did address it. He took it out like almost immediately. I do sincerely apologize for the accidental leakage of PSD files during the transfer of source, so it was accidental. I was informed of this issue a long time ago and have since quickly removed the affected files and ceased this practice. I was not technically aware of the implications during my early days experiments with Live2D. I apologize to the clients affected. Going forward, I have disciplined myself and I'm now fully aware of the significance of privacy and copyright. I want to apologize to Inoue, Alien Mixture, Nini Macaron, Catboy Merch, Spouse Were Fright, and Sylvie, and anyone else who has been affected. I will be unblocking most people who have criticized me lightly or harshly. I recognize that I have had issues with handling criticism, but I now understand that many of you come from a place of concern. I don't mean to be aggressive, and I hope we can still be friends. But I don't think you should have unblocked everyone. Not everybody. The thing is, you should only engage with people that are arguing with you in good faith. And a lot of it is done in bad faith. A lot of it is, some of it is in good faith, but not all of it. Like this person. Yeah, of course you don't. Dude, are you that stupid and unaware to even check something that basic? Look, I don't have a big brain. Well, you didn't need to tell us. But that's the first thing you should be doing in a commission. Okay, this person's been nice. Oh wait, somebody else deleted. So okay, one of the quotes, I kid you not, was like, I'm sure I can find it. I sent it to somebody. It was like, you should have kept me blocked, blah, 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 blah. It was so funny. I can't find it. Fuck. Did they delete it? Oh yeah, I found it. Okay. Thanks for unblocking me, motherfucker. So now I can see that you in fact did not learn shit and made yet another R-word alarm asset and used that same underage character to show it off. I don't know what ATP mean. Those of you still following this freak need to check yourselves. Yeah, we're gonna have to check our hard drives, guys. So, yeah. This person... No, that's not this person. Oh yeah. This person was mad that about this template skeleton. And then when people called him out saying, you know, he's only using this visually, and then they changed their tune and they were like, I understand that, however, the video seems to be intentionally misleading. He's making it seem like the skeleton is the template and some massive step forward in rigging that he created specifically for this purpose, not a reused asset. And then they kept saying like, no guys, it's not that I have an issue with this. I have my own issues with template rigging and the homogeneity it causes, but this is specifically the issue I have is how misleading the video is. Now it's how the tweet is misleading. They're changing their tune. First it was with the template and how it looked. Now it's how the video is misleading. This person fucking hates Kevin. I see him every time Kevin's about to get cancelled. Also a really good, talented rigger, so it's really sad. I mean, this whole situation is just like, bro, we need more artists in the community. It's too much of a small community. It's getting cannibalized. Yeah, there's genuine issues with Kevin, but there are many piggybacking it. Exactly. I think that's my take too. So Ari Guma reutilize rigging templates without disclosing, makes no correction over absurd amateurish clipping issues, redistributes artist models to unrelated clients because he doesn't know how to delete them from Live 2D. He makes it seem like a good deal, charging a third of what a veteran rigger would, but undelivers in every category and has the worst business ethics in the niche. I'm sure we can find worse business ethics. I'm yet to find an artist who doesn't panic when they hear their art is going to be rigged by him. Some people really do only care about delivery time, and that's fine. At the end of the day, they're making a rational business decision. If you're small, don't think his name will add any value to your model. Quite the opposite. 4chan shits on every model he makes. I asked some of my viewers that are heavily on 4chan. They said they've never seen this. They said he's pretty neutral. They're pretty neutral on him. Well, charge less than a top rigger. Look, Kevin, the thing with Kevin is that he always has 2 express slots that are free in a month. So if you're in a pickle and you want something fast, you can always pay the express fee. And I have a feeling that he only works off this express fee. It costs 2.5k. I know because I was looking for a rigger, so I inquired to everybody. And it comes with almost everything you need. Like, it's a all-included package. Toggles, walking animation, lean forward, etc. V-bridger. It's a pretty good deal. It's more than what I paid for my rigger, for sure. My rig was cheaper, but for a Western artist, it's high middle. It could be higher. There's higher than that, but he's not cheap. There's not 2.5k. Bro, my car costs like 4k. No, my car, I think it's a little more now, like maybe 6k, because I'm fucking cheap on cars, but let's not kid ourselves. That's a shit ton of money. There are hundreds of layers with linked and independent motion capture. Some mistakes and adjustments are gonna be missed. The issue is they aren't coming from a genuine place. The other riggers are using this to pummel him and take business. It's really scummy and says a lot. That's also my take. But I know that, you know, the VOD watchers on my second channel, when they see a video about art, it's mostly artists that click on it, and they're gonna have an issue with what I'm saying. I know this. There's like little to no client that has spoken out against Kevin, or that I felt like they weren't happy with Kevin's work. It's only other artists, but as an artist, you don't need to prove yourself to colleagues. You only need to prove yourself to your client. I do think he should disclose it. Should it change the price? probably not. I think he should just... He uses a template. He made it part of his workflow. Should he charge cheaper for it? The price, guys, the price is due to... What is that sentence? Demand and offer and demand. It comes down to offer and demand. If people are willing to pay that much, then why wouldn't you put it there? And the problem with rigging is that it takes so fucking long to make a model. So either you gotta boost the price to turn a profit and have it like a decent hourly rate so you can survive off doing this, or you find ways to do it in less time for the same amount of, for the same price. So Kevin went with the other route, and I think we should do more innovations like this. It's if we want our riggers to not be starving artists, they should be able to find ways to be more productive, and that doesn't always necessitate working more. It's like work smarter. Now again, to reiterate, should he have asked permission or at least told Nanoless that he was gonna modify her model? Yes, he should have. But apparently he did, she just didn't reply. So I'm confused about that part. That's the one part that's a question mark for me. I don't get it. To clarify, you asked me and I offered you video explanation on art fixes. And you agreed to update the art. However, I haven't received any response. I genuinely appreciate your art. There's no need for hostility. This happened after her debut. But when did he send her the video? After the debut? Wait. Oh, I think, okay, so the big boba clip, that happened during her debut. In this one, she's still flat, so that was before her debut. Now she's saying this happened after her debut. I'm confused. I don't know. What does it mean, guys? Going well, Cloto? Until Mouse complains, it's all just talk. I agree. Yeah, so also, yeah, why aren't they just communicating private? It's all gotta be done publicly. But my biggest concern is really, why does Iron Mouse gotta be dragged into this? Again, it's so incredibly unprofessional. The Kevin video is showing her before and after? That's before, no? Oh, Kevin communicated with a tag on Twitter. Is it just a tag? It should have been a DM. It should have been a DM. That's on him for the lack of communication then. We don't know who has the copyright though. His thoughts ask for them to have the copyright. But I have big doubts that everybody he rigs to buys the copyright. Like, for example, copyright ownership could drive the price. Let's say it's a $300 artwork. You would have to add $1,000 to that $300 artwork. to own the copyrights. Like, it can be 3 times the price. So, you know, he's written for VTubers small and big. He really takes in everybody. $8,500 for model cuts commercial right as the nano card. But it doesn't say anything about ownership. Ownership would be maybe 3 times that price. Or twice at least. Honestly, it sounds like this guy came in arrogant. He hurt some feelings, both by being too good, taking potential clients, and snubbing his peer. And that's, yo, such a good analysis. That's kind of true. When you brag too much online, or you show too much of your success online, it's gonna make other.
Thank you for the super chat, Desua.
Oh, thank you, Kiwasa. Ethically shady, Emo? You think so? Explain. When you are very confident, when you're very successful, it's gonna make people pissed off, and you gotta be careful about that. That's why you gotta make fun of yourself a lot to balance it out, and not always brag about all of your success. You know, there's some success you should celebrate. But not all of it. Even sometimes when I'm like, oh, I just got monetized in 2 weeks, I ask myself, should I really post that? Because I posted it, by the way, but I was like, I don't know if I should post that. You know, the evil eye. It's gonna put some evil eye on you. It's like when you see like a very happy couple online, like on an Instagram or some shit, and you're just like, oh, I fucking hate them. It's that feeling. It's that exact same feeling. I don't think she's cloud chasing. I think she's just very emotional. Like a lot of the artists are very emotional, and they treat their work like it's their baby. And I kind of get that, because I felt like this about my IRL work, which again, I don't want to go too much into details about what I do for like doxing protection, but I am in an artistic field, and I did care. But then after that, you become detached. At the end of the day, now it's just like, I do my job. People are happy because, so there's, like I said before, there's a lot of reasons why somebody will hire you again. One is that they like your work, but 2 is that you're hassle-free. And the hassle-free part is probably the part where people need to work on the VTubing community. They know that you can tackle complicated projects, and you're not going to give them a headache. And third of all, you're not going to throw like a Menhera fit. Like, I'm not going to throw a Menhera fit after. Once the work is done and I got paid, you get paid well. And if you don't get paid well with that, you should have set your price a little better. Well, then they can do whatever the fuck they want with it. It's theirs. And I've always been somebody that took the... I have a very soft approach like that. I'm not very pushy when it comes to what the client wants. I'll put their needs above mine. And a lot of people have told me that they really like that about me. But then I also understand that that's not everybody's way of doing things. A lot of people have more of a heavy-handed approach. Yeah, Devlin. So Nano does offer bye MB. Yeah, sure. You can wait for the second channel VOD. Nano could have done. She has this policy where she'll fix the model for free until it is completely ready or perfect or whatever. So he could have asked her to fix it. Dude knows how long that list runs, how frequently it happened, and the big names he's omitting. It didn't just happen 2 years ago. You're only apologizing because other riggers who care more about your clients than you care about bragging got fed up with you scamming clients. Beyond just unethical, what you did was illegal in so many levels. I hope the people affected come forward publicly and show the receipts themselves, since it's not my place to do so. No, bro, show the receipts. If you're gonna make some big claims, I want some big receipts. This is the issue, man. This is the fucking issue, is that... I'm about to go on a tangent. I'm about to go on a huge tangent. This could be true, by the way. I'm not talking just about that, but... I swear to God, I spent more time debunking and finding evidence for others people's claims than they do. And it's really fucking annoying. It's getting really annoying. It's like the misinformation, and again, he could be completely right, but the misinformation is spreading too fast for me to be able to keep up. And most of the time in my Discord, we've debunked many stories that were widely spread. And in my videos too, in my video that's coming out next week, there's been this rumor about Niji Sanji that's been highly perpetrated, and everybody thinks it's true, and we found out that it was fucking not true. It's exhausting, and I'm fucking sick of it, so I'm not gonna do it anymore. People should have some responsibility to back up their claims, you know? It's almost like, no, you gotta prove to me why my claim is true. It's like, no, you should prove how your claim is true. Complaining on X is unprofessional, no excuse. When I did commercial art long ago, don't burn bridges, a policy that helped. Yes, and I was thinking that I would go with a Western artist for my next model because contracts are easier to enforce on Western soil, obviously. Like, yeah, I could do an ownership contract with my Japanese artist. But if they break the contract, how do you want me to enforce it? You know what I mean? Like, I won't be able to go to Japan to sue them. If I need to sue somebody, it's gonna have to be on American ground. So that's probably why big corporate VTubers hire Western artists. That being said, if all the artists engage in drama, whether they're right or not, okay? Whether they're right or not, I wouldn't want my brand, my name, my likeness to be dragged into it. So that's gonna give me the cold feet. There hasn't been one instance in my life where I engage in this kind of emotional response that I don't look back on with shame and embarrassment. And everybody slips up. It happened. Sometimes you get carried away. You think you're in the right. And these moments, I'm telling you, dude, they happened so long ago. Maybe one time in high school. For some reason, I remember it vividly and I carry it with me to this day. I'm so embarrassed that I let myself get carried away like this. And I wonder if other people will feel that way about their own behavior once they realize it or once they've grown up. And I guarantee you they're gonna regret it. They're gonna regret it when they do some introspection. Rima is telling us to grab people from abroad so she can sue them. Prepare your passport, lads. The hair shadow, the pearl. Okay, we've already addressed that. Yeah, exactly, Diamond. People like that don't regret anything. They double, triple down. People change. Some people think that people don't change. They do change. They mature. They get older. Have you heard of Bella the Wolf situation? No, I haven't. Okay, we've went over this template. Is it ethical to use templates? She says there's nothing bad. What's a YCH rig? You have to disclose it. If you don't, it's morally incorrect and misleading to unaware clients. I don't care really about the disclosing part because the result is what matters to clients. But the CMO3 files, yeah, you should remove other PSDs from previous clients. It's easy to export the PSD file from that CMO3 file. Yeah, you don't want to put your other clients' models at risk. That could land you in trouble. That could let them in trouble. And I don't know why my model is lagging. Is it my stream who's lagging or is it me? With templates that are okay, I mean physics, parameter, presets, things of this sort, it is the entire body movement that's what makes a YCH rig and should be disclosed to the client prior to buying it, otherwise clients think they're getting 100% custom model. That was a huge oof. Just so you know, I don't really side with the popular opinion there, Lara. I think everybody that's involved in this situation should just take a few days off the internet. I don't like this kind of call-out post. I don't like this kind of... I don't like that they're involving somebody else's model in this. I think it's unprofessional behavior. Oh, your character here, pre-drawn art, they modified to look like your character, okay. Hey, Gamut. Yeah, unprofessional all around, right? Yeah, yeah. Okay, so we've seen what the other artists think about it. No, wait, I have one more artist testimony, and then we're gonna go into what some of his previous clients have come out and said a few things about it. Then there's this artist named Skyla. Alright, I decided I refuse to work with Kevin X art, and if any of my VTuber children bring my artwork to him, I will refuse to work with them in the future. Might seem harsh, but like, look at this. He's completely ruining other hard artists' work, making PSD and CO3 files public so anyone could steal someone else's model. And this being so, that's, by the way, that leakage of thing out of all of his, like, quote-unquote crimes, I think that's the biggest one. Do you guys agree? And it's being so disrespectful when anyone brings up issues with his model. Like, no, I refuse to work with an egotistical, disrespectful, and lazy rigger that could change my art and my hard work. I mean, from now on, I have a feeling Kevin might ask more permission just because of all the heat he got there. So in the future, if I find out someone I made art for goes to him to use my model for rigging, I will have you on my blacklist for commission work. I usually don't do this kind of thing, but nah, I will not have my work disrespected. I feel so bad for Nano and any other VTuber artist work he changed. Absolutely disgusting. Like, how could you just edit someone else's work, especially without talking to them, then try to make excuses when they finally call you out on it? Like, fuck, man, just take accountability for once. You shouldn't be able to determine who your customers do business with. I mean, I get that they don't. I guess they are allowed to decide who they work on, who they work with. But this artist is legit Menhera, and they're all anyway. I'm not even gonna say the rest. I've said enough. Rima will sue us all for stealing glances at her. Watch out. 100 Charlie here with breaking news. Rima has been confirmed to be rigged as a horse. I'm not. It is complicated. It's complicating things for the client, which is like, for some reason, I don't know, clients are dog shits. They have no right. They're paying you and they're enabling you to do what you love as a hobby, but they get no say in this. You know, you get a say in this. You're the artist, of course. I don't know, it just gives a bad name to artists, MO. Rima will sue us all for slander for being rigged as a horse? Yes, bitch. What did you think of the Nanoless interaction? I didn't expect Nanoless to barge in there. I think she could have kept it in private DMs, that's for sure. Also, give me your rigger's name so I can paint him for dude, the rig is finished. It's done. It's done so. Rima, my hag. Oh shit, are you calling me old, bitch? Maxine is a really talented artist. Maxine says that she had her model art modified by the rigger. No, it happens a lot. It happens a lot, especially when the two artists are not put in touch with each other and when they're not like really large artists. Like, if you go get a rig on Fiverr, do you think the rigger is gonna fucking ask your artist? No, they're gonna do the bare minimum. Wouldn't it be lose-lose? The artist you want won't do business if you do business with a certain rigger. People are just gonna look at it. Yeah. I mean, maybe you could have your model art already done, and then you're like, hey, I'm gonna get this rigged by this guy, and the artist is gonna be like, no, you're blacklisted. So this person is somebody who's making a thread on Kevin. I commissioned Kevin's art back in January 2023, a thread. I commissioned Kevin's art back in Jan 23. I had paid the invoice on Jan 21st. On 2023, I was delivered a finished rig in 7 days. This was around the height of his popularity while he first started working with VTubers such as Iron Mouse. And 7 days is very short. I was not aware about how he was using templates, YCH rigging. During the process I was, and I'm still disappointed in the model rigging itself. It felt like he was prioritizing bigger clients and it was difficult to get a response from him. As time passed, whenever criticism was brought up about his work and choices he made, I became increasingly uncomfortable with the way he responded and acted. Especially as someone who had so many people attached to his name. I became embarrassed that I had decided to work with him. I mean, I guess if you're somebody that's heavily anti-lolly, it's like I gotta sneeze. If you're somebody that's heavily anti-lolly, then maybe I get this. He is a large reason that I had decided to rebrand and create a new model, but so many others do not have the luxury that I have to rebrand and commission a new model. I've seen some people attack clients of Kevin, but please understand that all of us were disillusioned, not aware about his rigging practices and his behavior. Like, okay, if you weren't happy with the rig, you should have told him, and you should have made it revise it before you pay the full amount. That's what I did with my rig. Like, I asked for something, I showed you the reference, I wanted to look like the reference, you told me you could do it, so they gotta do it that way. If you're not happy, you should tell it. You should make him fix it. Not an uncommon problem. Rima is embarrassed she let me in her community every day. Yes, I keep switching between platforms. Yeah, Charlie. Yeah, you do pay for the time and experience that the rigger had to learn how to do what they do. If you made a template for rigging, you're still pay. Dude, the key art for my model mama was so freaking expensive. It was the most expensive piece of art I've ever bought. I don't know if I should say how much I paid for it. Fuck it, I'll say it. No, okay, I won't say it. It cost me multiple hundreds, like above $500. And it's a no background picture, by the way. It's just my model in different pose. But, and it literally took her 1 day for the clean line art. And then, like, I think in 3 days it was done, like 2 days or 3 days. So it's really not, like, when you're a good artist, you work fucking fast. I don't know about rigging, but like I said, the time doesn't matter. When I first started my job, it would take me a week to do something I can do in 2 hours now. But it took me years to be able to be that fast. Hey, Straub! It was close to $1,000 for the art. And my model artist finished that art in 3 days. Tops. So, and like, she was waiting for me to confirm things, so she didn't work the whole 3 days. I'm not gonna be like, whoa, I want you to put at least X amount of hours on this. Hello, I paid for this. No. It's demand and offer. If I didn't purchase this from her, she was like, I'm very busy. Rima, I love you, but I'm very busy. And I'm gonna go make an art for a game company. If you don't take this, I'm moving on to the next client, you know? I still don't understand people being upset about using a template. Almost every profession uses some shortcut. Yeah, and I think an appropriate similarity here is for video editing. Almost every video editor uses some kind of template for effects and all kind of other stuff. And they won't disclose that. They're not gonna disclose to the client, oh, I use this template for this. Like, they don't need to do that. You want your video done as fast as possible. Exactly. The only person that will suffer from putting more time is the artist. Listen, I work in quality. When we measure something on a CMM and it's the same part, we use a program that's already been made. We don't make a new program to measure the same part every time. Yeah. Oh my god, you were a full-time video editor? Yeah, exactly, see? The templates aren't the issue. Well, they aren't the issue now. They were the issue at first. Now the goalpost has switched. Now the goalpost has switched to that he modifies his models to fit the templates. Rather than modifying the template to fit the art. I do agree that this is an issue, but it's funny because your name, Cynical Outlook, it's very fitting. I still need to see proof that he actually does modify the model to fit the template. Or if this was just a one-time thing. Did he modify Iron Mouse's art to fit the template indeed? Or is that just the other rigor's theory? I would need to talk. Is there any like rigor in the chat? Is there any expert? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is this true? Like, is this 100% true? And also, like Eliza said, we don't know what Iron Mouse asked Kev to do or not. Did she ask for bigger boobs? No, it's unrelated because you have a post where he displayed that the skeleton is flexible. That is true. He does have a post saying that. So that's also my thing that I don't get. We have conflicting arguments because in this post no, it's this post. It kind of seems like a really basic template too, like it's just for the ribcage, the arm, and the spine and hips. Nothing to do with the... I mean, the boobs and all, that's probably all separate. Same with the face and neck. Yeah, leaking the model is a huge issue though. I mean, it's not a huge issue when you compare it to other big issues, like, okay, it's not like World Famine, it's not Dr. Disrespect, which by the way is coming back. He's making his return, and it's crazy that I feel like some very serious issues aren't getting as much attention as things like this. And that's what really disappoints me at the end of the day. And now there's Koinuku. She was supposed to graduate. She didn't, but she says that... I feel like I've got to mention this before people start throwing all of his clients under the bus. This is my personal, and despite of what's going on, extremely positive experience with Kevin. Personally, I love my Kevin rig. Kevin made me 30 times happier with my model, especially the shading and colors thanks to his fixes. Even my artist himself adores the final rig and was constantly asking me about updates and when we were going to get new outfits. Before Kevin, so you see there's like the diamond shape shading, there's no hair color here. And that is with Kevin's changes. There's like more pink in the air. This is more smoothed. And that's all I noticed. Like the tattoo's a little lighter. Is that it? Yeah. This is the body before Kevin, after Kevin. I don't see the difference. Where is it? Oh, it's the shading on the bows. Dr. Disrespect thinks he's gonna make a comeback? Dude, he thinks so. Yeah, he does. Getting art, no matter if it's simple drawing or something as complex as a rig, you should always be communicative with your artist. That's true. And this is the part that was missing in the Nanoless interaction. Communication is key, guys. I was very communicative with Kevin and made it very clear to him the things I wanted, didn't want, and that's why I adore my rig. Although yes, it is the rigger's job to catch mistakes, fix stuff, avoid errors, etc. Remember that if you have a problem with something, don't like the way something looks, want it to look different or better, you should say something. Especially if you get 90 whole days, because he has a 90-day policy after he delivers the model where you can change stuff. People go to Kevin because they like his style, if someone is happy with the stuff in there, and then that's that. If someone saw an error with their rig or wasn't okay with the way he redrew something, I'm 99% sure they would have said something before debuting it to the public. I think Mutara Khan has had like 2 models rigged by Kevin, and same with Project Melody. I don't think they would go back to him multiple times in a row if they weren't happy with it. And plus Mutara paid for Maidman's rig by Kevin after she herself got a model rigged by Kevin. So clearly she liked it if she paid for somebody else's rig to be done by him. Will the Fox Rima also make a comeback and push back the Horse Rima allegations? Yeah, I'm gonna beat all of my allegations on August 16 during my debut. Another reason I adore Kevin is because he didn't shun me away. Many of these industry-grade artists say they are closed or say they have a wait list. Many of them will deny you if you aren't popular or if you aren't referred by someone who is a previous current client. That is true. That's happened to me a lot. Like, a lot of them told me no. Even when I had an entire $10,000 to spend. That's so insane that you got so much fucking money to spend. You got the same amount of money, but your dollars are worth less than another content creator because you're not as popular. I fucking hate that. You're begging people to take your money and they won't. So they denied me because my numbers or the fact that I wasn't friends with the right people. Kevin didn't do that. Kevin accepted my request despite all of that, and I will always be grateful for this. Please note this thread wasn't made to defend Kevin's current past actions or behavior. I'm only here to talk about my personal positive experience with him. And I see people have begun commenting on some of his other clients' work, especially indies like myself. Lolicon detected, opinion rejected. Oh, it's one of those. I'm gonna hold your hand when I tell you this, but I counted around 10 people you're following who are extreme Lolicon Zollies themselves or supporters. Wait, what? I'm curious in this interaction. Did they respond? Where's the response? You will never make it as a VTuber? Damn! Savage! Of course it's a lolly. Some people are so cooked. Yeah, my TLDR of this whole situation is that everybody involved, including Kevin probably, needs to take a few days off the internet. Kevin, stop replying to every person, every one guy. They don't care. They're not going to change their opinion on you. You should focus on the people who are supportive to you. And I say that as somebody who has very strong opinions and that have people talk shit to me all the time. I don't engage with them. You know, vent to your friends about it and leave it at that. It sucks when other creators that you do respect shed negative attention on you, but what can you do? As for everybody else involved, this is very unprofessional. I'm a bit disappointed by everybody's attitude in this. No one's thinking about Iron Mouse and how this reflects on her and the very delicate position this puts her in. And that's my biggest issue with this, because Iron Mouse is our queen, okay? I mean, come on, she's kind of awesome. So, yeah. So my conclusion is this: is that if I ever work with a Western artist for a model, I'm making them sign an NDA, a confidentiality agreement, you name it. It's gonna be like, I'm gonna make them sign like Niji Sanji contract. You're not allowed to talk about me. You're not allowed to talk about my model. You're not allowed to ever bring my name into drama. You're allowed to showcase my model, and that's it. I'm scared. Like, I would be livid. I would be livid. Yeah, new contract type, drama avoidance contract. There's gonna be a drama avoidance clause. Echo, oh my god, Echo, your thing is so tiny, I can barely read it. The issue is kind of on the artist side. They need to realize they're saying into things ends the moment they hand their work to customers. They're subcontractor. If customer received a contract thing and they receive payment, that business is closed. End of story. What a customer is doing the thing afterwards is not really their business at all. This is the only industry on the world where essentially concept artist is borderline above everyone else, including person paying for it all. It's true. But they do put a, like, just to be, you know, the argument for the artist there is that they put a lot of themselves in their work, so that's how they justify it. It's like their little baby, like every model is like their baby, so they really care about it and how it's presented. But I agree that it's, the dynamics are getting blown out of proportions, I feel. Rima about to have legal mindset write the contract up for her. Legal mindset? You mean Riku Tazumi? Silence means yes. Rima Sanji audition / job applications when? Yeah, I think Kevin did well with his first things, like, you know, this was professional. The, like, clarifying some of the call-outs, I think it's fine, you know, dispelling some of the misinformation, but then he started replying to everybody that was insulting him, like every, like, 7k Andy or 5k Andy or even less. There's some dudes that have like less than 100 followers. They're not gonna stop and they're not gonna change their mind, so you're just wasting your energy. Yeah, the best thing to do is not respond on Twitter. And I tuned in Nuzagi's stream earlier, and he said that like blocking people was like thin-skinned. I disagree with that take. Actually, I think the most mentally sane thing you can do is block somebody when they're being annoying little shits. And because you block and move on. That's literally it. What do you mean? Like, okay, what was it? I think Zentraya made a tweet like that, where she was like, yeah, go ahead and brag that I blocked you, Meanwhile, I blocked you and I forgot you're existent 5 seconds later. Meanwhile, you're out there opening a million tabs, going incognito mode to stalk what I'm doing. No, you block somebody, you forget about them. That's it. It's so peaceful after. Why should you suffer the opinion like of people you disagree with at the end of the day? It makes no sense. I mean, you get to curate your feed, you get to curate everything, like you get to curate your world. If yes, people have different opinions than you, but at the end of the day, when you're bombarded with different opinions all the time and possibilities and an endless amount of possibilities, opinions, and all of that, you're never gonna be able to be true and authentic to yourself and like just center yourself, think about what you want, detach from what other people expect from you, people that you will never meet in your life, and focus on it. Because whether you like it or not, even if you dislike haters' opinion, when you are confronted with some very negative feedback, subconsciously it does stick, and then subconsciously you're gonna slowly change your attitude towards things, and in a way you do become a slave to them. Alexa, stop! She warns me every time the Japanese stock market is open, but I'm just losing money for the past like several months. So I don't want to look at my stocks right now, okay, Alexa? Stop reminding me. Let me know when the stocks have gone back up. That's it. It makes you like, it does affect you in a way, and so it makes it that people that don't care about you, they don't care about your content, they only care about criticizing you, not because they want to fix what you do, not because they want you to be better, but because they want to endlessly criticize power, quote unquote, or what they view as power. And it makes you behave in a more erratic way, or in a way that's not necessarily 100% you. So it's better to just block these people out. And there's another saying that says, if you hang out with stupid, you become stupid. That's kind of true too. And that's why you gotta log off eventually and move on, because you're never going to please these people. They want you canceled. They have no interest in redemption. Yeah, absolutely. Stop investing in any color? Bro, it's not any color. If I invested in any color, I would have made money. The play was to invest in any color when they were down, okay? And then I would have made so much fucking money. But instead, all of my money is locked up with Cover Corp, and it's not going up. Anyway, I'm not gonna play on the stock market anymore after this. I was doing well, and the recession happened, and now I'm not doing well anymore. Aren't all artists taught to kill their babies? Are they? Yeah, Rima wants a yacht. I do, bro. Bros, did I ever tell you that I love boats and I love water? I've never been the happiest is when I'm on water. So yeah, I would like a yacht. And I'm gonna invite Straub on it and Elara when I do get one. That's why you hire a market guy to do the investment for you. That's also what I've been told, but they also take like 1%. That's a lot. Just wait for the stock buybacks. I love boats too. I was on one the other day. It was great until the wind made my ketchup on my hot dog fly. Ew, that's gross. Jonathan Perry, Rima Yacht Fund. All right, Straub, get your swimsuit ready. But for real, when I was, I'm just gonna do this little tangent, then I'll move on to the next topic, which is also another art drama, and it's fucking crazy. I asked my friend's dad how much a boat would be, because they have a boat company, and they're pretty nice boats, like all leather seats, like fit, I don't know, maybe 10 people. And it's like $30,000. $30,000 just to get a boat. Ugh. Wait, Allegraza, yacht fund! Let's go! Yeah! Nice, 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 nice. Okay, okay, we're getting closer. We're getting closer to the yacht. Take your money out of the stock market and buy hard assets. Depression is about to hit the world economy. Wait, what is hard assets? Like bricks of gold? I've seen that people do invest in those. I only have like a couple thousands in the stocks market, and now it's like I've lost like a lot, so there's no point in taking it out. I might as well just leave it there for the next couple of years. Assets like a house? Bro, you think I have enough to buy a house? In this economy? Yo, what do you guys think I'm rich or what? Guns? I feel like guns would depreciate. I may be making a base stake here, but it's because of drama like this that I haven't gotten anything done. Instead, I'm waiting until I can learn the software myself. Well, you are very, how do you say that? Motivated. Good luck with that. I heard we're buying a boat! Eliza, thank you for the 5,000 bits! Oh my god! That's a lot of biddies! Thank you, Eliza! Rima is truly evil. She's trying to become the new Riku and rule from her yacht. Yeah. Why do you guys think what do you guys think I went so hard against any colors? Really, because my 5-year plan is to take Riku Tazumi down so I could take his spot. You know, I'm playing 5D chess here. You guys didn't see this coming. Asian wing sauce, my queen Rima, I love you. Thank you. I love you guys too. Thank you so much. I am an evil queen for my new skin model. Yeah, for sure. Okay, let me bring over the new drama. Okay, so first it starts with Powder saying, I'm an emotional and dramatic person, okay? So she's dropping hints that something's happening behind the scene. And I know this VTuber because they've done a good video on the VTuber community that I watched. And hey Sakura, yeah, I do. I am on both platforms now. I'm restreaming. And I liked her video. It was a good video. Now, oh, 80% boat fees are in the engine. You can probably get a better deal if you go for less powerful engine, but of course that also depends on what you want to do with it. Yeah. So that's how I came across this VTuber. They have a fairly decent Twitter. I don't know about their stream analytics though. 34,000 followers, pretty big. And then she starts hinting that there's been some trouble. Have you seen this, which is censored? I think it resembles you a lot. And Powder replies, I've already tried talking to the other VTuber and artists about my discomfort, but there's not much more I can do. So it started with a few cryptic tweets saying I'm an emotional and dramatic person. And it escalates into this, saying, I just want to come out and say that I am aware that there is another VTuber in the space with a similar design, color, and well, lore name. I've already made efforts in the past to communicate with both artist and VTuber. Not much happened other than I was able to voice my concern. I understand that there is always a possibility of overlap in this oversaturated space, and I have found comfort in talking with my own artist and designer about the matter. With their advice, I am hoping to try and ignore it. Knowing what I know about the creation of the lookalike, I am disappointed. I do question ethics, but overall, there is only one powder. I do not wish to bar people from inspiration, but I do wish people would be more creative. I want to also say that I do not take issues with the separate pieces of design, nor do I believe I own any particular thing. But when I notice it all combined, I get uncomfy, I get crazy thoughts in my head, guys, so this is me holding it back now. So... and then the Google Docs just dropped. I'm just trying to figure out what comes first. So she does this call-out post, and the VTuber in question responds. Now, I hope I got the right timeline. I want to look at this VTuber and see how close they are. Oh, okay. So this is her new character sheet reveal. My name is Lily, a chilled out demon elf with a small obsession with mushrooms, baking, and video games. I'm so excited to share my new form with you all. What is Powder? It's her 3D debut. What's her outfit looking like? Does it show anywhere? Is it this? It's probably this, right? Like a whole mecha outfit. Oh. Okay, never mind. It's something else. Well... so, Lily, the VTuber that's being accused of a copycat. Oh, look who's here in the replies. Is tweeting about this. Saying, "Hi everyone, I haven't been online, but I've been made aware of the situation. Here's my response with receipts, and I apologize for any further concern anyone has. I do not condone any hate being spread on behalf of this. I hope this clears the air." So, I mean, for me, it's a very basic design. I got him. Don't worry, guys. Oh, you got him. You got him. You sniped him, Straub. Good job. Thank you. So, dude, Straub with a snipe gun. That's a funny image. I like that. I like that. Okay, how long is this Google Doc? Oh god, okay. I want to thank you for your support. I've just been on vacation, and since certain parties have chosen to not post DMs, I will. I apologize if this is inconsiderate, but after seeing some comments and post defamation, both Cherry and I feel the need to defend myself. I hate drama, I never wanted to be part of it. Both Cherry and I were contacted by Powder last year when I first revealed my redesign. We did attempt to accommodate and reason with her concerns, as well as fully explain our design process and my reasoning behind my lore. Her response to me not only disregarded everything that I had said, but had, in my mind, boiled down to, "I don't believe you." I apologized, but I stood my ground, and after the matter was settled, I was blocked, and that was the end of that. Hey Royalty, I don't want this to come across hostile by any means. And but I have concerns with your design combined with the lore demon. It took me very long to come up with a design for my character, and my lore fits that with the demon term because I am a computer program, which is what a demon is. I'm just wondering... God damn it, I can't finish the screenshot. Hi Powder, I understand your concern, and I hope I didn't offend you or upset you when I was coming up with a new design that I felt fit me more. I just knew I wanted an elf with long white hair, since that's always what I have loved. I wanted to add horns because I thought they looked cute. My favorite color is purple. Then I wanted like a streetwear techwear style. This is what we came up with when coming up with the lore. I knew that demon is an old English way of spelling demon, and that sometimes the difference is that demons are good spirits and demons are bad. I honestly just enjoy the term and the history, so I went with demon elf. I follow you. There was zero thoughts in my mind that you had a similar design. Someone in her stream chat, when she was finishing my reference sheet, thought she was drawing you a new outfit. She was confused at first and I was worried, so then brought it up to me the next day, and I felt super bad and discouraged that I felt like I was copying. After we talked about it, we truly felt like my design was original enough to move forward with it. I never meant any disrespect or ill will toward you. If you need proof of Sherry in my DMs, I will gladly pull them from. That was my entire thought process for my redesign. Like, I just look like an alternate you, bro. What the F? She follows me too, and I interact with you, so I don't think it's a stretch to say she knows of you. She's definitely been a thing with ears like that prior to design. I know specifically demon, but I get liking purple, but bro. Who's she talking to there? I don't mean to sound rude, but I don't believe you about the motivation behind your lore. I just want to avoid these types of messages from mutuals, and I feel uncomfortable knowing you know of me during the design process and are moving forward. For my lore, it's a play on words and a nod to programmers because I look like a demon and I am a computer program. It wouldn't make me anxious if you looked more different or perhaps used different lore. The similarities did catch the eyes of others, so if anything in the future, if there are any comparisons, I hope they won't cause too much trouble. I wouldn't be so nervous if the design was so similar with the lore, but both of them at the same time raised my suspicions because my character and lore means a lot to me. Is there any room to wiggle on either of those things? Man, I'm getting flashback from the Roa accent thing. I feel like Powder went into this not wanting it to be a coincidence. She already had her mind made up, so it really doesn't matter what anyone says unless they change their design. It's bullying. Yeah, like, I mean, man, you can't come up... We can't have a really simple... I don't want to be rude, but it is like a fairly simple design, and you can't just copyright that. It's like cat girls can't copyright being cat girls, you know? Like a white-haired cat girl. There's a billion of them. Just like white-hair elf, there's a billion of them. Reminds me of the Shy Lily incident, and that's what I wanted to ask you guys. How do you guys feel like it differs from the Small Lola incident? Because in the Shy Lily Small Lola thing, everybody sided with Shy Lily against Small Lola, but this one, everybody's a lot of people are siding against Powder, but she does more things later on that makes it so people side against her. Yeah, green woman with leaves, pink cat, yeah. I say this as a pink-haired cat girl, exactly. There is a bias against small VTubers, which is bad. That is true. Yeah, you don't own a general idea. I think it's because the Orca design can be done a lot of ways, so the similarities were more jarring. The VTuber space has so many now, there's going to be coincidental matchups. It's unavoidable. Yep. Lots of Neko clones. You want to know something funny, Rima? America has the Second Amendment and we still couldn't get medal in the Olympics in the gun event. I didn't know there was a gun event in the Olympics. It's not the same because there's no straight up copying. The bangs are different, like the hair style for me are very different. Like the center bang and the side bang. The clothes are different. The color palette is similar. The horn shapes are different. Okay, she says here's, I'm more than willing to change demon to demon if that's more comfortable for you. I'm sorry that might not be the answer you wanted to hear. I never wanted to cause drama or cause any issues, so I hope me removing that aspect of my design lessens your worry. I don't get the whole demon thing. I've seen it spelled like that before. Is it really a new word? I appreciate you getting back to me. I appreciate the DMs being sent. It definitely sets off a lot of red flags. The design originally was going on to be a different color, and the mention of demon spelling wasn't until later when you posted it publicly. Oh, it's an ancient spelling. It saddens me that both you and the designer moved forward when speculating of looking a lot like me was raised, and you both convinced yourselves that it doesn't matter. I would not have known about this until a mutual had reached out about how closely related it is. That's powder, but in a different outfit, is something I would be offended by as a person trying to create a unique OC in such a niche area like VTubing and paying money. It is my fault for not voicing my anxiety earlier. I will take responsibility. I thought it would be something to move past, but seeing my VTuber siblings and friends go through similar stuff and then growing the strength to say, hey, you know what? That is not okay and I feel weird. Help me grow some balls. Girl! Yeah, but after it's done, these things cost a lot of money. You should have said something from the start if you really wanted to. Now it's too late. It's done. Wait, she went on the Lara stream? Small Lola or Powder? Is it Lara still there? Jack Storyteller, thank you for the new sub! I'm going to follow the advice of my peers and friends that if in the future I have to make a statement disconnecting us like Shoto did when he ran into this issue. Shoto ran into this issue. He's the most generic like visual story OC character. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Shoto's look, but let's not kid ourselves that whenever they're like, you know those visual stories where there's like a harem of girls, the guy always looks like Shoto. What was the copyright thing that there was another like emo looking boy with dark black hair? What? What? Yo! Okay, so it seems like they ended on nice terms, but clearly it isn't. And frankly, I'm gonna do a little bit of a rant here, but I'm so sick of the people that are being passive aggressive and they're speaking in polite tones, quote unquote, and that's supposed to make it okay. It doesn't make it okay. It doesn't. So Sherry is the artist of Powder. So Powder had contacted Sherry prior to contacting me. I was unaware of this until I messaged Sherry the first time Powder DM'd me. Sherry had explained her process and reasoning throughout, only to be left on read. 3 months later, after no response, Sherry did end up reaching out to her again while she was creating my model and had asked if she felt uncomfortable in any way, and if she wishes the change to be made and we would accommodate. Her response was that after talking with the artist and designer, she did not want to see anything about my design or models or progress after that. There were no changes asked to be made or anything of the sort. And she just didn't want to see any updates on the matter, so the conversation ended. Honestly, there's another aspect to this that's rarely spoken about, but we know a lot about VTubers because obviously I study a lot of different VTubers and we're in the know about the scene, but there's a large portion of people that are getting VTuber models, especially for the first time, that, for example, one of my friend, like Yam Alba, she does educative, like, VTuber design videos, so she has a lot of VTuber noobs in her community. And the VTuber noobs, they don't know anything. Like, they don't know how to find an artist, they don't know how to find a rigger. And when they do, they're just like, I don't know, I just want to look like that person. And they have like one inspiration and they'll point to that. So maybe that's what happened. I'm not too sure. So I don't believe he was crushing. I didn't know how to respond and honestly felt offended that my efforts weren't enough for her. I do admit that I stood my ground, was a bit stubborn because I love my design and the time and effort Cherry had put in it. It was a shame to disregard her effort and to change my preference in order to please someone. Both Cherry and I were disheartened by this, and I wish there was a way to make amends. I'm not sure I want to associate with Powder and her community at all, and sudden that she made a post without proper receipt and had made it out to feel like Cherry and I are awful people who didn't even try to accommodate. I personally do not feel any resentment or hate towards anyone who has lashed out. I just ask that if you're going to lash out at someone, please direct your anger at me and not any of the artists who had been involved in the design model making process. Now, my only doubt here is because, again, I'm like the hawk that is watching over everything, over the VTubing community, and I see everything. And I see Powder has had some disagreeable takes in the past, or disagreeable to me because it felt like she was playing into drama a lot. And that for me, every time you engage in drama, you lose a little bit of credibility for me. But that's just my own opinion. So going into this, I was like, oh, more drama involving this VTuber. Yes, Goldenheim. Yeah, building a mood board for your first commission is not something... Maybe I should start doing those streams. Maybe I should start doing some educative stuff. Can't use my card on YouTube anymore today, so gotta use bits here on Twitch. Ah, thank you. Ilara interviewed Small Lola at the time, and she interviewed Powder earlier today? I'm gonna write to her. No way. It does feel like punching down and bullying. And this girl is nearly not as big as Powder, so why is she so threatened? Comes off as insecure? Yeah. I am the hog that washes over all VTubing community. Sounds like the lyrics from Shuni rock music. What's the watcher on the wall thing? I am the watcher on the wall, yeah. Hi Cherry, thank you for being so kind to me. Upon seeing some of the DMs, it does make me sad that the original design requested was to be red and the addition of purple wasn't until later. Also the mention of looking like me. Why is this cut off? Oh, it's here. And the addition of purple wasn't until later. Also the mention of looking like me and you both not caring how that would affect someone does raise a lot of red flags for me. I do believe that in the future, if we get confused together, I'll have to say something about not being associated. I got some advice from fellow VTubers and friends on how to approach it because they shared the same looks like powder in an alt outfit as both you and the client felt the similarities too. Seeing my VTuber siblings and other VTubers struggle with similar situation helped me realize that they were able to say, hey, okay, am I reading the same text again? Hey, that's not okay, and people helping them navigate that with other designers who were making similar designs, so I felt more validated in my concerns. This is why you shouldn't hang with yes men. But at the same time, you fuckers always agree with me, and my mods too, man. Sometimes I just wish people would be yes men around me. Sometimes I'm okay with it because I'm like, hey, I don't get piped up, you know, by the people around me to call out people. Instead my mods are like, don't become a lolcow, Rima. You'll become like Hassan, Rima. Don't do that. Or they laugh at me and things like that. But you know what? Maybe it's for the best after all. So Charlie, Rima, and Allegraza collab win? Yeah, true. Yeah, I know you guys don't agree with me on the most basis level. You guys think... you guys think I'm a horse and I'm a fox. Now Strop too. It's animal abuse, true. The reason I didn't go ahead with a main red color scheme started from the eye color. Okay, because the color scheme also, I'm curious about that. I'm curious about their process here. So Realty's first character design had white hair and red eyes, and as the new designer, I wanted to use new colors and not copy everything from the past design. And then from there, I just wasn't really sure how to incorporate red and purple together. I didn't really like the idea of the red and purple combination. Then when I presented the colors that I thought might look nicest overall, black, white, purple, 3 of the colors she requested for, she was really happy with the outcome. And the part where we realized the colors are similar to yours, I really do want to convey that it's not that we didn't think it would be harmful for you, royalty, but we truly thought it could be passed off. I mentioned before, but I truly think the only very similar aspect is the horns. But disregarding the horns, I feel it's a bit of a stretch to say that it's Powder's alt outfit. If anything, it could also be Amelia from ReZero's casual outfit too. I hope I'm getting across some ideas. Once again, I really don't want to put down your concerns just because I didn't mean it. But I think for now it might be good to wait until the VTuber model is complete. If by then it looks similar, I will take the responsibility of making any changes to make sure that won't be the case. Hey Powder, I just want to quickly message you. I've recently started Royalty's model and I remember mentioning showing it for you to make sure there is no similarities that could potentially make you feel uncomfortable. I have attached your whip. If there's anything that concerns you, please don't hesitate. Let me know. Hi Cherry, thanks for reaching out to me. I spoke with my OC designer and Cure about it. I got their feedbacks on the matter. They gave me a good insight and opinion about it. I think it's best if I no longer see any updates about the model or the design moving forward. I appreciate you following though. Okay. So that should be settled, no? I mean, at the same time, she is contacting them to play a little bit of devil's advocate. She is contacting them. They're explaining their process, yes, but they're not really willing to bulge or change anything. But she could have asked for some changes, but she didn't. So this is for the demon thing. I think in multitasking computer operating systems, a daemon is a computer program that runs as a background process rather than being under the direct control of an interactive user. So Powder is using it this way, and Royalty is using it in the old way. I chose the spelling demon because I thought it was cool and I enjoyed the history of the world. It's a Latin word used by Greeks to reference the demons in religion and mythology. But then she said that she was going to change it, and then she didn't, which is my issue with it here. Yeah, you can't say it doesn't make the post though, that is weird. Oh, Ilara said she's gonna jump on the stream. I want her to ask some question. Let me know when I can call you. So I can make a little woodboard. My current host is a space elf and I love her, but I'm outgrowing her a bit, you know? So in my head I see demon elf, long white hair, red eyes, oni horns, big old elf ears, little fangs. Why didn't I just do it white and red though? White and red is so nice. Maybe dangly crystal earrings for the lobes. Big fan of tattoo. Here's a small update with some coloring. I really like that color. I actually really like the purple. So Cherry was the one who decided not to use the red. Okay, I'm just gonna finish reading the doc, then I'll call Illyra. I like the dreamy colors. I did some progress for the ref sheet. I think I'm finished with the headshot. Today I just realized that there is a VTuber that might have similar color palette to yours called Powder. I wonder if you know her. It's basically the white plus purple color and the horns. I thought I would let you know just in case you feel a little uncomfy with that. Of course, if you are like the colors right now, then you should absolutely keep it. No one shows colors combos. What do we think so far, chat? Cherry did purple, not red, which I do agree is different than what she asked, but I believe the artist said she wanted to try something different than Lily's old design, which was red. Yeah, she did say that. Powder makes a side-by-side later. I do know her, I follow her, but I don't really keep up for content. We do look pretty similar. I love the color palette and think we have a different design, so I'm not really worried about it. If you think there's a way to make my design more unique, that would be cool. We can go for it. Like, we could always add more colors if all the blacks is drowning her out. I feel like I can be super bland with character design sometimes because I just like to feel comfy, cozy, sparkly. We could add more mushrooms. Man, the last thing I want is for someone to mistake me for Powder, I guess, which might be unavoidable. I didn't think once about her design or anything while we're creating my OC. I mean, at the same time, maybe you should make sure that it doesn't look similar, no? If you're asking yourself those questions. I don't think it was made on purpose, but I think it's good to try to differentiate yourself as much as possible if you can. If you've already raised those concerns. Like, yeah, they didn't know what they wanted for sure. I had like not a similar problem, but okay, she looks a little bit like Powder here, I'll have to agree. There was a fan art that I commissioned where I wanted a mascot, and my artist misunderstood and sort of mistook the mascot inspiration that I had sent them for reference, and they almost copied the mascot of another VTuber. And I was like, it created a big fight with me and the artist, because I was like, I can't release this like this. There's just no way. There's just no way that I don't want to take this risk. It's not worth it. So I was like, you know, I'll pay you more, but please redo the mascot. And so they redid it. And I even had like other people, because the artist didn't want to do big enough changes like I requested to really differentiate myself from the mascot. So other people edited the mascot for me so it would be different enough. But that's just not a risk that I was willing to take. And I think it's better to be safe than sorry. So now Powder has done a response to this Google Doc. Wait, actually, Sherry also has tweeted the same screenshot saying, you know, regarding the recent issue, all I can really say is we tried our best to end on amicable terms, and I'm incredibly disappointed in Powder for making it look like we blew her off when she herself is the one who closed the case months ago. She purposely left this info out when she decided to publicly vent about it so that she can appear more as the victim, and in mode that speaks volume. And it's the same screenshots we've seen earlier where Powder tells them that she doesn't want to see updates about it. And Powder responded to all of that with this. Wait, I want to read what she says. I'm actually gonna mute it. I don't want to get copyrights. Expand your world a little more. Cosmic Elf Queen Lily arrives on Earth. Oh, okay, so she's changed her lore. Red eyes, only horns, big old elf ears. Would be neat if the tip of her ears, horn, nails were red as well, almost like stained. Demon elf, demon VTuber. That's the side by side. Ears down, ears tilted, horns. The horns are tilted. They're purple. Purple eyes. You know, she's got more bouncy, like, hair. With a side sweep. And she's got like the soft shaded lips too. But her bodysuit is way more, I mean, it's more white and more covered. Not the same, they seem similar but not really. Yeah, that's my color palette. Maybe I should say something. She even has the Rima pendant. Hold up. Hold up! Same color palette and the same pendant? What the fuck? Hold up, I'm butting in there. Hell nah. Okay, I'm gonna call Elara. So anyway, this thing really made her look bad. She's getting dunked on in the QRTs. Elara?
Hello.
Hello. How are you doing?
I'm good, girly. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I hope this isn't too late for you. I know you wake up early.
Oh my god, no, you're fine. I was only just video editing earlier, so like this was the perfect time. I was like, oh my god. You know, I'm pretty much done with what I need to for the night, so literally
Nice.
perfect time.
You're non-stop grinding.
Yeah, you know how it goes, you are too.
Yeah, I try.
It'd be that way.
Yeah. Dude, so you had powder on your stream this morning?
Yeah, so it was kind of weird because I wasn't really playing, like I was covering the topic, right?
Mhm.
But Powder's like kind of like a regular in my stream, and she was just there and we were talking about it, and I was like, do you want to just get in a call and just like hash this out? And she
Yeah.
was like, yes, sure. Hi chat, how are you? Yeah, she was like, yeah, let's hop in a call. And I mean, we talked for like 3 hours. I mean, we went through everything. So
Okay. And what's your
yeah, so ask away. Well, I mean, I guess I should state my opinion on the matter.
Mhm.
I don't think that the models are alike enough for this to be the issue that it is. I think it's blown way out of proportion. I really think that unfortunately Powder came across very bad in this. She looks very kind of like almost like high school as adding them in the little video that she made.
Yeah, the video was a optic L on her part, or it wasn't well received at
Yeah.
all from what I'm seeing from the response.
It was not a good look for her at all. That's for sure.
Yeah, it doesn't. Now I mean, I do see her concerns, and especially since the conversation wasn't really productive. Like, yes, everybody was nice in the conversation, but at the end of the day, even if you are using a polite tone and whatever, and you're being, very polite, it doesn't change kind of what you're saying.
Well, I know they
Yeah.
had this big like back and forth, right? There was a lot of that messaging, and she did ask for them to change stuff, and ultimately, like at the end of the day, Lily technically doesn't owe you anything to have
True.
to change her design, right?
Oh yeah, you're
Like, I mean,
yeah.
if she wants to be accommodating, she can, but she doesn't have to be accommodating, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do get where Powder is coming from, because looking at the timeline, it's like, okay, this person followed you, very similar like color palette, very similar like the horns and the ears are like a little similar, right?
And the
There are, like,
face
a few
shape.
things.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. So like there's a few things where you kind of go, okay, maybe that's like just a coincidence, right? But ultimately, I think just at the end of the day, like, to me, I really feel like Lily looks like Powder's cousin or something, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's just like a distant relative. But I do understand
Mm-hmm.
Powder's side, because of course she's going to be worried as far as like how that branding maybe reflects on her.
Yeah.
But for her to act the way she did was just that one hit girl.
I guess you just I'll give her the same advice I gave to other colleagues that ran into copycat problem. It's just like, don't address it on social media and stop talking about it. It sucks, but you just gotta find ways to differentiate yourself with your content, and just keep on striving to do better things. Like, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you're exactly right. Like, they should be I don't know if you've ever played the Sonic and Shadow games, but it's like, you're the faker. Or like just let them like do their own thing in their own space, right? Like you don't have to blow it up in anything. Like you're gonna shine, like do you.
Yeah, it's kind of like if Shy Lily was attacking Small Lola in that thing. So it would feel like she's punching down, and it would also be like, why does it matter? Shy Lily is so big, her design is so recognizable that, you know, it's probably just the other person that's hurting their brand more than her. It's just unnecessary. It's yeah.
Yeah, Corbin, you're absolutely right. And being very ingrained in that situation, interviewing Small Lola as well. I know exactly what you're talking about, but I do want to say that like this situation is not that at all, right? Because the Small Lola stuff like kind of extended to an extra degree where there was more involvement than just the look, right? There was the accent, and the logo, and all that other stuff, right? But with this one, it's just kind of just the model.
Yeah, the accent, it was like brand hijacking almost.
Right, it really was.
Yeah.
I'm probably like forgetting, so maybe if you just ask me questions, I might remember what I wanted to say to you about everything that happened.
I don't even know, like, what else is there to say? Fuck, is she gonna, what does she think about her response? Did she say something about the video she posted?
Yeah, so pretty much she said like, kind of going through it, she's like, she doesn't feel that, or she still feels like that Lily copied her. Which I was like, I mean, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. I don't think I can change your mind. But she did say that when she made that post, she admitted, she was like, look, it was meant to be spiteful. It was meant to be, you know, snarky. Like, I admit that. And I see how this is not a good look. It's not a good thing, right? So some harassment has gone Lily's way because people, not necessarily Powder's community, but people that support Powder are, you know, starting to kind of go after Lily, right? So I just said to her, I was like, hey, look, like, I think it's much better for you to just at least like apologize and just make sure that you state that, hey, like harassment is not okay and you don't condone any harassment, because unfortunately, whether you meant it or not, it's still happening, right? So, and it's stemming from your post.
Yeah, I think fuck. I mean, the issue is that it's kind of a generic model design, or not generic model design, but it's like generic model features.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and the other problem is that they were in contact with her. They asked her if everything was right, and they were willing to accommodate. But then she said, no, it's fine. I spoke to my model artist and I just don't want to hear about it anymore. And then she turns around and claps back or vents on social media, which brings a lot of negative attention their way. And then they're like, well, what the fuck? We talked about this and you said you didn't want to hear about it.
Yeah, it was, I think what really stemmed it was just that Lily had made her post where she showed her model. So you could see her old model and everything. She did the little silhouette thing that every VTuber does.
Yeah.
And once she hit it, Powder, like a few hours later, made a post, which she said was not, it wasn't a clap back at that post. It just happened to be a few hours later that she was fake posting about it, right? So that's where Lily decided to post her document, because she thought Powder was trying to like do a call out, which she kind of was, because she was fake posting, right? But yeah, literally, it's just like you just couldn't quite leave it alone, could you?
Jeez. I wonder how, I don't know. I wonder how Iron Mouse what Iron Mouse would do if there was somebody that heavily inspired their VTuber model from hers. Because that probably happens a lot.
I'm sure. It's probably like how Shy Lily dealt with it, you know? It's just very much like, hey, I'm aware of this, but I'm not really gonna like say or do anything about it unless it blows up to like this huge proportion, right? But really, like, I'm sure people do it all the time. It's better just to to do your own thing, to be your own self, like
Yeah.
thrive in your own space. You don't
Yeah.
sometimes you don't need to worry so much about what other people are doing.
Wait,
Yeah, I saw that.
this
I
person
saw that. I
is
thought it
saying
was a
she's
reach.
promoting drug usage
thought that
edition
was a
as a
reach.
cute team. About me, I'm a demon VTuber, a computer program. The little guy is junky. He is made of dust and cocaine. He's our mascot.
I really
Oh.
thought this was like a weird reach. You're like, you're promoting drug addiction. I'm like,
Oh,
I don't know about that. It's a little weird, but like,
that's so funny. Silly bonus, the amount of people I have experienced online that use the term demon as a sub for demon is super funny. I didn't even know demon was a tech term because of the internet edgelords that have been using it for a decade. Yeah, I didn't know about that
I
too.
didn't know either. Everybody had to tell me what it was for, which I think is really creative on like Powder's part. I like that little correlation. I think it's cute, but
Yeah.
yeah, I had no idea what that meant until today either. It was just like chat trying
Yeah.
to tell me and I had to look it up.
Well, I did look at Lily's design and think, wow, she and Powder do look similar. Handling the situation like this is tacky. Having your design... Dude, what do you feel about the constant drama, especially when it comes, well, related to art and other just outings? Every single day there's something. I don't know if there's more lately or what is going on.
I don't know. I felt like it was going like to Walmart today. It was like a 2-for-1 special with art. You get Kevin, then you get this. I'm like, oh my god! Like, I didn't want the buy one get one free special. I only wanted one thing to talk about on news today.
That is such a good comparison. She said, we're going to Walmart. Yeah, but we're having a drama clearance sale.
Yeah, right. And it's all art related today. It was. Oh man!
Oh my god! And the other day and the other day we had 3 Google Docs, and yesterday we have Tyga suspended. Oh my god!
That's crazy. I didn't even get to cover that today because I spent 3 hours with Powder.
Yeah,
like all of my news went to Powder, which I don't mind. It was a very good conversation to have by far. It was just this was not my on my 2024 bingo list. That's for sure.
No, me neither. Maybe one day people will learn to like clear things out in DMs, which I mean, I guess they tried to do, but for some reason didn't work. As soon as somebody's got to milk.
Yeah, I very much told Powder, I'm like, because I went through her document and Lily's as well, and really at the end of the day, when you looked at it, they kind of just agreed to disagree. So I don't know why this kept blowing up to the point that it was, because Lily said like, all right, you know, we're not gonna make any changes, and Powder's like, okay, well, I wish you would make changes, but I'm not gonna ask for anything else, right?
Yeah.
So why was this push? Like, it was just it was over. It could have just been left how it was, right?
Yeah. The thing is, anything that you say, even if you're in the right, kind of makes you out to be like a dramatic person. So it's just kind of always a bad look in the end and very rarely worth it. Drama tubers eating good. Dude, this kind of drama doesn't even net us that much views or, you know,
I'm
interaction.
not gonna make a video on this.
It's very mild stuff. Especially because people are getting tired of this. It's not like corporate misbehavior or something very, very... This is just playing on people's emotions and feelings, and it feels more like... It's like more like outrage drama, but the core of it is almost always a nothing burger. And I think audiences, especially our audiences, are becoming more aware of that, and it's like it's turning into some kind of audience fatigue where they're just like, oh, another one of those. Okay, another nothing burger. Oh, another Google Doc. Like, they're all the same, and people are getting sick of it.
You wonder why I do these interviews so often, because I'm like, it really is. It's at least there's like I'm hearing it from the horse's mouth as opposed to like, well, you quote retweeted this and added this comment. Like,
Yeah.
no, no, we're not gonna do that anymore. Like, we're gonna get in the room and actually talk about it.
I like that you're doing these interviews. You're landing a lot of them too.
It's been good. Like, I feel like we all learned something, right? I just realized I said horse's mouth.
Yeah, I know you did it on purpose. Don't even try.
No, I swear.
I know what you did. I know what you did.
All right, I'm sorry, chat. I'll refund the $10. All right, I'll PayPal you back, chat. Don't worry.
Yeah. Anyway, so wait, is it wrong of me to want the drama to be, oh hey, can we get a nice drama? Like, oh look, this VTuber did this amazing good thing. Go look at it. Even if Mr. Beast turned out to be a VTuber and build 100 wells in Africa, people would have a problem with it though. So I don't know. They're gonna find a way to turn this negatively.
It's always that way. It doesn't matter. You could say the rightest thing in the world. You could be like, the sky is blue, and somebody's gonna fight you over it on Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. Okay. Okay. You want to hang out soon, Ilara?
Oh my god, yes, anytime, girly. I'm going on vacation in mid-August, so I need a little breaky, and then, but yeah, absolutely, I'd love to. Probably after that, I'm pretty like packed up until vacation. You know how it goes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good luck with your schedule. If you have some
you,
time before your vacation, let me know.
Yes, definitely. But yes, we absolutely have to hang out again.
Okay. Okay. I'm glad to have talked to you. Take
Yes,
care,
thank you
Lara.
for calling me. Yes, bye. Have
Bye
fun.
bye.
Bye, chat.
Love you. Bye.
Love you too. Bye. Mwah.
Mwah. Yeah, I don't kiss my chat like that. Be jealous, chat. Okay. Alright, so we finished with this. The other thing I want to touch on briefly is this Niji Sanji. I mean, I sent the story to Legal Mindset yesterday, but I just want to say this real quick, because Niji Sanji had like their investors. They had their investor meeting, and in that investor meeting, the investors themselves asked them why are they spending all this money on stock buybacks instead of resources in terms of employees or equipment. And Niji Sanji replied that, well, first of all, they didn't respond to any of the question asked. They kept everything vague, saying that they can't go into too many details, but they say that they believe in the VTubing industry, so they want to invest in it. And then they're making like vague threats about how they're gonna try to sue for slander overseas. And I just want to say that I just studied like a bunch of defamation case in Japan, and I don't think there's a single VTuber that has won a defamation case, by the way, because it's extremely hard to prove in Japan that you've been defamed as a VTuber, because you need to prove that they've hurt your honor as a person. But how can you prove that when they're defaming your avatar? That's not you, it's not your real name, it's not your real likeness. So there's a discrepancy here. Second of all, if Niji Sanji spending all this money trying to silence their critics. Think about it. Out of all the companies that have been criticized in the past, BetterHelp, Raid Shadow Legends, Nintendo, Disney, Activision, you name it, no one has ever tried to silence critics, but Niji Sanchi will? Are they sure? Because it would be such an optic L to come after creators, at least. Now, I know that in their like anti-defamation coalition, they usually target anti-websites such as forum boards, etc. So it might be that they try to go for subreddits and some 4chan's threads. But again, when you do these, when you invest resources in these kind of things, it's a game of whack-a-mole. You close one, another one pop up. You close one, another one pop up. Focus on improving your company and things will go better for you. That's my advice. Yeah, Blizzard, Sony, like all of them, nobody has ever tried to do what they're trying to do. And if they do hit a content creator, you can bet that it's not gonna go for them. It's not gonna go well for them publicly at all. Legal Mindset said that the Niji stock buyback failed and it was like still going soft after having Viagra. That is sad. Yeah, it is. I've read through it. Hey, Muujin. Talking about Muujin. It's so ridiculous. And the worst thing is Niji Sanji and the Niji sisters can all cope that it's because of content creators or whatever, but let's be real. Okay, their ex-own employees have said the most damaging things about them. Like that Michi clip that went viral the last few days, where she says that she got in debt because of working with Niji, where then she says that she almost got kicked out of the office for a joke. This is why she left the company. That there's a whole DLC that we haven't talked about yet, that the public hasn't seen. And then all of the comparisons with her new company and this, everything that all the other ex-Niji livers have said has been way more damaging to your company. That combined with the things you've said about your livers, such as the wording in the Selentatsuki graduation, the Black live stream that you've done with 3 of your own livers and what they said in it, has been far more damaging to your own company than anything else anyone else has done. With perhaps the exception of Raziel, because she leaked a bunch of documents that they had never spoken about, and that brought in like a whole new story. Okay, that's it. But everybody else is just reporting on things that you guys have said and your ex-employees have said. Stop putting the blame on other people and take responsibility for your own actions and words. And I guarantee you that if they keep on doing good things, not canceling events last minute, and keep on pumping out these positive events like the 3D concerts and the debuts and all of that, the situation will slowly change and people won't have anything to dig for. But if they do go for, I don't know who they're trying to sue, but if they do try to silence critic again, you're just gonna start the fucking drama and the controversy all over again. It's calming down now, finally, after months, and you're just gonna light the fire back up. But anyway, whatever they do, it doesn't matter because it's a win-win for me. If they do try to sue somebody, I'm gonna make a stream about it. And if they don't, then we're fine. Win-win. Next. I can't find which window I'm in. Do we want to talk about the Merryweather thing? I don't really care about this anymore. It's old news. I just want to showcase this. This was such a funny interaction. So this cosplayer says my pal has a VTuber standee in his room, and I think it's funny that I'm a 1-for-1 match of her height-wise. 4'11", by the way, and it's Rooney Ruse. And there's Sakana replying, "Did your friend get this from Anime North? Because he got a standee stolen from Anime North." And she says, "I don't think so. This is California. But then again, it wasn't a random room at a house party I went to, but maybe I'm missing lore context here. Don't worry about it. Thanks for taking a photo with Rooney." Papa. Lol. Got him. It's Jover. Fishman not losing warehouse assets. Not this time. Because they always get their standees stolen. It's funny. Also something else I want to talk about. Not a VTuber, but I don't know if you guys are aware, but Moist Critical debated Sneeko recently on the age of consent, okay? And Sneeko's a dumbass, by the way. But for some reason, Moist Critical lost the debate, or people thought that he lost the debate. He lost a few points on it. I don't know, he got gotcha'd a couple times. It just felt like Moist Critical didn't think about this topic before the debate. It just felt like he didn't have complete fleshed out thoughts. And you know what? Who cares? Like, it's a debate, okay? In debates, it doesn't really matter. Like, you're not trying to convince the other person, because the other person's never gonna be convinced. You're just supposed to take both opposite side of the debate. And usually I watch a lot of debates. Each fan base will say that they're like Oshi, or like their creator will have won. Like, even though the perception of the opposing fan base will probably be something else. So like Sneeko's fans, they're like, "Oh yeah, Sneeko totally won." And then Charlie's fan would say, "Oh yeah, Charlie totally won this. He blew Sneeko out of the water." But now, Charlie seemed visibly shaken up after the debate and felt like he did bad, or he conceded too much ground. And people have been giving him some shit in his chat for the past few days. And now he's announced that he's going on an indefinite hiatus because of this. Apparently Charlie didn't think he was going to have the debate, really? You guys think both lost? Well, that's not how the internet's framing it, or at least the other side. The other side, that's Sneeko and his friends, his other content creator friends. Goodbye, Charlie. Hey, everyone. Effective immediately, Charlie has made the decision to leave both the official podcast and Red Thread. He wants to go on an indefinite hiatus to scale back his time spent on the internet. We obviously wish him the best, for everyone to respect his decision, and for all to know that the show will always be open for him to drop by and talk shop should he wish to return. The podcasts are not going anywhere in light of this announcement. And of course, there's fucking Sneeko in the reply saying, "Praying, bro. Praying for bro." Listen. Dude. Okay, him losing a debate against Sneeko doesn't make Sneeko's argument right. And I don't agree with Moist Critical's decision to show them that he's affected so much. He shouldn't have done that, and if he did want to do a hiatus, he should have waited like a decent amount of time to do so. Yeah, Sneako's still a cuties enjoyer, and that's disgusting. That's the end of it. Yeah, he's emboldening the antis with this move. Now he's gonna get clowned on. It's so weird. Yeah, he's gonna do his vid just stepping back from podcast. To be fair, Moist lost because he had the most to lose. And I guess he feels like he's disappointed a lot of people because, okay, let's be real. You lost the debate against Sneako on the age of consent. Like, yeah, that's an L for sure, for sure. Sneako's one of the dumbest people, and it's kind of an easy topic to debate, but of course, well, you need to know the pros and cons arguments a little bit more. And it felt like Sneako got briefed a little better. He prepared for his debate. And I believe it's because of comments like this. So there was a thread. You guys need to chill. The non-stop harassment in chat is unreal and disgusting. I'm guessing this is what made him take a little step back, because he's getting clowned on like all of the time. Here's a desperate requested clip of him saying a minor getting surgery is not okay, posted 2 days ago. He literally explains everything. The chat continues to ask the same thing, comment the same shit. Because Sneako kind of gotched him about the... He said that like minor getting bottom surgery is fine if both adults were consenting. And all the people on the opposite side are like, oh my god, this is horrible, you're mutilating children, blah, blah, blah. And of course, children going through these practices is a very controversial topic, with a lot of people disagreeing and agreeing onto this. Now, the way Sneako's side is framing this argument is that it's a very like easy process, like that the doctors are paid to say yes, they're formed to, they're trained to say that you should transition. It's probably a process that happens, like you're just handing out the paper and the signature. In reality, it's probably a little more complex than that, and Charlie addresses this in this video.
Sex reassignment surgery is literally just as bad as supporting child marriage, you lunatic. No one's saying a 9-year-old is gonna go get their dick cut off and I'm gonna be pumping my fist about it. I was assuming, and maybe this was too charitable, he was just talking about the process of transitioning young. That is a process that's years of therapy.
Yeah.
Years and years before, and I'm sure there's fringe cases. I'm sure you can point to fringe cases, you always can. Medications. Way before there's ever any kind of fucking surgery. Obviously, no one's... I assumed the question was about transitioning in general.
Lol, it's not controversial. Minors should not be allowed to transition. Bitch, do you know what the meaning of controversial mean? Doesn't mean that what you think about it is that it's a subject of contentions, that it's a subject of debate. And it is. It's literally a part of political talking points. Do you guys not know what controversial mean? I use it in literally all my video. It's a very weak point to defend, and because of this weak point, like this weak argument that he did, everybody's clowning on him. Sneako's fans are famously less intelligent than Sneako, which is honestly an achievement. True. The videos. If there are two groups of people pushing for opposite things, that makes it controversial. Exactly. That's how I meant it. And that's how the word is used, by the way. Like when in my video, the controversial rise of Mori Calliope, I'm not saying Mori Calliope is a controversial person because she's made bad things. Like, people in the comment section were also like, I hate that you used the word controversial in the title. People don't, like, controversial just mean it's like widely talked about. That people argue over it. You will never have your Oshi call you out in chat. Can't believe he lost to a guy who actually got NTR'd IRL. Oh my god, I forgot about this Sneeko arc. He did get NTR'd IRL. Yeah, he did. I hope he feels better after a break. I wouldn't have given him this concede. I wouldn't concede. You shouldn't show the haters that you're affected by them. Oh yeah, it is confusing, the Charlie in question. Not the Charlie Spur we have in chat. The cucking was funny. I think it's because I think the word cuck is funny. There was also another cucking incident. Oh, there's a breaking news. I fucking called it. Breaking news from Avial. Dear Idol fans and followers, I'd like to announce that I will be stepping down as CEO of Idol and passing the wand to Brave Group. It feels surreal to say goodbye to something that's been such a big part of my life, but it's time for a new chapter for both Idol and me. Bro, there was rumors that they were gonna... Bro, the rats were true! What? When I founded Idol, it was all about giving amazing creators the spotlight they deserved and challenging what VTuber agency should be. Looking back, I'm amazed at how far we've come, and I'm grateful for every moment. I wish the best luck to Brave Group, and I'm genuinely excited about what this means for Idol. They're just as passionate and committed to taking our original vision to the next level, and I trust them to lead Idol into a promising future. To everyone who's been part of this journey, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your support during the highs and the lows kept us going. As I move on, I take with me not just memories, but invaluable experiences and lessons that I will cherish forever. I can't wait to see how Idol grows and evolves. Here's to new beginnings, continued success, and maybe our paths crossing again someday. With all my thanks, Avial Besset. There had been rumors going on behind the scene that they were, one, running out of money, two, getting absorbed by Brave Group or merging with Brave Group, but I was like, okay, I got no evidence of this. This is just rats. I guess it was true. Well, this is gonna unlock more funding for them because Brave Group is huge. They were already partnered with Brave Group, but I was assuming that if they would merge with Brave Group, that Avial would remain CEO and that he would still manage the day-to-day operations at Idol. I'm surprised he's stepping down. I mean, he sold the company. He probably just sold the company and called it, or sold his shares. I don't know how it works. Remember that speculators can win big. True. A broken clock is right twice a day. Is this good news or bad news? They're gonna be more organized than Idol. They'll have a better established structure to support the Idol, because Brave Group has already several VTuber groups within them, and also they are they've been established and they've been running and practicing for many years now, so they have a lot of experience. Of course, every company within Brave Group runs and operates kind of independently, but they're still part of the big umbrella. They'll benefit from the name, an already very established name in Japan. So this could mean big things for Idol, and probably less merch problems. The Idol merch has been delayed for years now. Like, people haven't received their Rinpen Rose debut merch, and she debuted like they've been waiting for it for more than a year at this point. And Brave Group already has like the whole merch and shipping thing down to a T, so there shouldn't be any problems with this at least. First VTuber CEO to graduate. Dude, Riku next? Question mark? Yeah, there were other CEOs that stepped down, I think. I'm a little... Damn. I thought Avil would stay, though. How will this affect the artist owed money by Idol and the livers in the... I mean, the whatever debts Idol has accumulated, it will get passed on by Brave Group, and Brave Group still has to fulfill them. It shouldn't change anything. There's gonna be, like, some restructuring. People might lose their job, other people might get hired. But the pending bills should be paid. You don't just get out of it because you sell the company. If you declare bankrupt, you get out of it, but that's not what they're doing. And on top of that, it's good for the idols at Idols, for the VTubers at Idols, because they'll get to collaborate with all the other Brave Group VTubers, and there's a lot of them. There's VSPO, there's the esport group, and all of that. There's more notices? Geminex with the T? New press release by Brave Group. Oh wait. Okay, there's an announcement from Idol. Okay, there's more. Dear fans, 3 years ago, Idol was founded with minimal resources and a vision to support talents and maintain transparency within our community. Over the years, as we have grown and expanded our talent roster, maintaining the same level of support and operational efficiency has become increasingly challenging. To address these challenges and continue our mission, we are excited to announce that Idol has been acquired by Brave Group US. This strategic move will allow us to continue supporting our talents with more resources and operational efficiency. Brave Group US shares our passion for VTubing and is committed to our original vision. Together, we believe we can elevate Idol to new heights. Talents will have the option to continue with Brave Group with... I can't talk anymore. Talents will have the option to continue with Brave Group under the new structure to become indies with their existing characters and social media accounts. Okay. Oh, so they'll have the option to keep their IPs and go independent or continue with Brave Group. Wait, this is huge. Oh god. I think I wonder what they're gonna do. Do you guys think some talents will go indie? Does Rinpen Rose even collab with other VTubers? No, they're not indies now. They have the option to go with Brave or continue as indie. I have a feeling a lot of them like the corporate structure, so they're gonna stay. I'm new to this. What happens if they keep their own IP? Then they get to keep their model, their social media, their YouTube channel, etc. They get to keep everything. They just regain control over their channels, because the way agencies work, it's kind of like an MCN, where they have access, like the money you earn on your YouTube channel goes to the agency, and then the agency redistributes it back to the talents. Now it's just gonna go directly to you. If they join Brave, will they still be able to keep their IP if they leave after? Probably not. Why would they? What would be the advantage of Brave Group to invest money into you if they don't get to keep your IP? They made your IP go from, I don't know, a couple $1,000s worth to, what if you become the most popular VTuber on the planet, and then, like, let's say you're worth $2,000. Your social media, your account numbers, everything calculated together. You join an agency. The agencies invest resources in you, and you become as popular as Gargora. You're worth millions of dollars suddenly. What is the incentive for you to stay in the company if they don't own your IP? The only reason why you would stay is because of the IP. That's why it's kind of a balancing act when it comes to contract, licensing, and support for the agency. Because you'd just be like, well, I'm famous now. I don't need you guys. Bye-bye. I'm just gonna take 100% of my revenue. Yeah, it's a disincentive structure. I can't say that word that correct, but yeah, that's what it is. The support network, it seems that kind of thing that keep Vishojo people happy. Yeah. But they come in with their own IP already. It hasn't been paid by somebody else. Yeah, I'll check Brave Group press release after. Brave Group and Idol are aware of past operational issues and are dedicated to resolving them, preventing future occurrence. We will provide a clear timeline for the delivery of all previously unshipped merch. Oh my god. People will finally get their Coney merch. Any items that cannot be shipped will be refunded. Additionally, if any freelancer has issues with an open invoice prior to acquisition, please reach out directly to payments@idolcompany.com. Oh, well, there you go. It answers some questions in the chat. We understand that this is a significant change, and we appreciate your patience and continued support as we navigate this exciting new chapter. Please look forward to follow-up statement in the coming week for more detailed information. So I guess we're never gonna get to see their VTuber contracts, huh? Their hoof mouse pads? Soon. Actually, soon. Brave Group US Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Brave Group, announced that the VTuber company Idol Virtual Talents Ltd. will join Brave Group and confirms the effective transfer of business of the VTuber Group Idol on August 1st, ensuring the continuity of their activities. And that's very soon. Background and future: as part of its global expansion, Brave Group has opened 5 offices in 4 different countries. I mean, they're gonna expand everywhere. This is their foothold in the English market. They also have VSPO EN that just launched. They're doing alright, I think, number-wise. They have Globi, that's European focused. And yeah, and then they have a couple ones in Japan already. And they have Chinese-speaking talents too. They're everywhere now. It has launched several international projects, such as holding auditions for English-speaking and Chinese-speaking talents, while also expanding in Europe, bringing the number of international projects to 6. including Idol, with a total of 56 talents under the group's umbrella as of August 1st, 2024. Idol is a fast-growing VTuber startup launched in March 2022 that achieved rapid success with the launch of the English-speaking Idol EN VTuber group in November of the same year. In May 2024, the group launched the Spanish-speaking Idol ES VTuber group. True, they also have the Spanish side. This is such a good acquisition on Brave Group's part. And I wonder if this was in the works as far back as when they first announced their partnership with them. Bringing their total of YouTube subscribers to 530,000 followers. Following this merger, Idol will retain its identity while being under the management of Brave Group US alongside the existing VTuber project V4 Mirai. Through these two projects, the group will work towards the development of their international activities with a focus on the merchandising offering and the North American market. Okay, so he's stepping down. And then this is the CEO of Brave Group US, Norikazu Hayashi. As a lot of VTuber agencies were facing a large number of challenges, Idol managed to become one of the leading VTuber agencies in a short time thanks to Avial innovative marketing strategy, as well as thoughtful support to the talents. We did use some of his marketing techniques as a reference when we launched Before Mirai. We are very excited to carry on the legacy of Idol and are looking forward to working together with their talents, hoping to shape the North American market. And this is the CEO of Brave Group, Keito Noguchi. Idol has been one of our key business partners and has decided to join our group and integrate their business into ours. It is our first time integrating a non-Japanese VTuber agency into Brave Group. However, we consider it a great opportunity to reinforce our presence globally. We are confident that this venture will also have significant positive impact on the whole North American market and strongly hope the VTuber culture will keep spreading even further around the world, birthing forth talented individuals and amazing content for people to enjoy. Yeah, Brave owns Globee. That's insane. There's something positive about it, and it's that they can separate from anti-Israel hate Idol just because of, yeah. They are getting a lot of hate just for being based in Israel right now. So, this is such a great investment for Brave Group because, one, they get rid of a rival company, of a competitor. Two, they're absorbing this competitor with their assets, with their VTubers, and it fits, like, it totally fits with the structure they already have in place. They were already partnered with them. It's probably gonna be a very smooth transition. Well, as smooth as it can get. They have so many projects. Their whole thing is VTubers. Their whole thing. More hag idol VTubers, enough with lolly. V4 Mirai's latest gen Lunalia has been killing it. Yeah, they have. They're doing very good. I did a watch along on their first thing. I collabed with some of them, but now they're saying that the collabs will be harder. So I think I'm not gonna be able to collab with them any longer. Sag. Yeah, Brave is doing pretty good. Brave's doing pretty good in supporting their talent. They seem happy, but I mean, obviously I don't know that much about what goes on behind the scene. I can only see what you guys are seeing. But they seem really cool. I mean, I like Before Mirai a lot. I've already said so. I love Brave Group. I have really good relationship with Globee. I love Globee. I love the managers there. Everybody's been so nice. I've spoken to some higher up at Brave Group on LinkedIn. They've been very nice, very helpful. Will Brave Group buy at any color next year? They would need billions, literal billions. No. There will be Globee collabs still. The only problem Brave Group has had recently is the VSBO leaks. Less billions as time passes. You got a point there. Can Brave Group grow in North America and Europe and be competitive with Holoniji? Hololive and Niji's got a huge head start on them, but they can be. They're as close as it can be. They're like the third biggest VTuber agency in the world. You know when people were making fun that Niji Sanji didn't have a 3D concert yet? They were pointing out to V4 Mirai because V4 Mirai got a 3D concert like 2 weeks after they debuted in the EN side. Imagine if Brave Group bought any color, that would be funny. That would be sick. That would be sick. What do you like about the Brave Group? I don't know much about them. I like how clean their marketing is. I like how high budget everything is, even though they're not even publicly traded. I like that they prioritize into VTubing and they have segmented their companies. Like, they have like 6 different companies and they have 54 talents in total or some shit. And that's still 3 times less than what Niji Sanji has, and they only have like 2 company. Like everything is they've done the Lunalia, the new V4 Mirai gen is already getting their 3D debut. Their debuts have a lot of money invested in them. The models are great. They're high quality. They're not being like too insane about barring out, about controlling people. Like controlling their talents and stuff like that. They're open to collaborations with other people. Like I said, I've had good interactions with their managers, the higher ups at Brave Group. Their first gen had a 3D concert before Niji Sanji did, and Niji Sanji's like older than them. On the EN side, Brave Group has been around on the Japanese side for a while. They're one of the first who gave copyright strike to Narukami Sabaki. Biscotti was part of V4 Mirai. She was the horse girl, and she's joined Hololive now to become... I'm blanking on a name, Gigi? And the little gremlin. And, you know, they didn't try to force her to stay. They were just like, that's fine. It was probably a condition of her entering Brave Group that she was like, hey, I'm in talk with this other company. I might have to leave if I get in. And they probably were like, okay. And just that tells me enough about them, that they're probably trustworthy, right? They have a lot of talent. They have a lot of talented individuals. I love a couple of their talents. Alias Anono. Maria. She came by my donaton. Elias was supposed to go by my donaton, but then she had to go to the doctor. I've collabed with a bunch of the Globy people. Again, their manager is super nice. I talk to them often. And I spoke to some higher ups on LinkedIn. I connected with them. And they were so nice, and they just put me in touch with the right people right away. I don't feel like I could have this kind of working relationship with other agencies. So that, like, the fact that they were open to talking right away gave me a lot of green flags. You know, they seem flexible, and they seem like they don't want to be involved with petty drama. They've been drama free so far. So lots of green flags. I love Idol, but I had a feeling something like this was coming, especially after that incident with Rosa Nagashi not getting paid for several months. Yeah, like, the Idol talents have got a sizable audience now, like, of fans that really love them. Like, a lot of them really play into parasocial relationship. And, like, my mods are even... my mods are even liking them more than me. Traitors. I'll have to discipline them once I get home. But yeah, they all have their core audience that are gonna follow them wherever they go. They don't really care which company they're on, so I don't think it's gonna change anything for the talents. -1 HP Deskun, yep. I'm the one who introduced the Idol girls to my fan base. See, you know what? That's the problem with my community, is that I introduce all of these cute VTubers to you guys, and then you guys become obsessed with them, and you're not obsessed with me. And then we're always talking about other VTubers. And I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say, oh, you talk about VTubers for a living. Yes, but what about me, okay? What about me? Aren't I cute too? Can't things just be about me sometimes? Can people simp for me too, okay? We need some Rima knives in the chat. Oh, update on the leaks. Rima experiences NTR. True! I can call you my Oshi if it helps. Well, not if it... I'm not... Dude, I'm not begging for this! You guys gotta give it to me willingly, okay? No, it doesn't count. But thank you for the 100 bits, Eliza. Okay, so Dave have more information on the leaks. I've covered this on my channel. So they've conducted a detailed investigation. They've analyzed log information by their company and an external agency, a third party, and interviewed internal stakeholders. Okay. The background to this case is as follows. First, the visibility of the Google Forms edited URL for the edition in question was set to anyone on the internet who has this link can view it. Ooh. Therefore, anyone who knew the link to this editing URL could access it and view the personal information mentioned above. However, the URL posted on the audition application form, answer URL, and the URL where the answers can be viewed, edit URL, are different, and the URL posted on the audition page was the answer URL. Furthermore, the edit URL was not easily inferred from the answer URL, so the URL where personal information could be viewed was not publicly disclosed on the audition page. Okay, so how did the leak happen? However, when a user who viewed and responded to the form moved to the form from the Google app of their Google account, the form they responded to was displayed in the recently used form column, and it was possible to transition to a screen where the applicant's information could be viewed from there. As a result of requesting an external agency to investigate this case, it was found that at the time of June 4th, 2024, when the unintended access from outside occurred, there was a high possibility that a method existed that allowed the editing URL to be identified from the response URL due to an unannounced specification change in Google Forms. Oh? My friend, it's Yam Albat. Are you guys triggered by how I'm saying URL? URL? I was trying to shorten it. Okay, I'll just say URL, okay? 35, your horniest soldier is here for you, Rima. Thank you. Thank you for the 35 bits. Wait, so are they saying it's a Google bug? Oh, Google Forms can be like that? Oh, okay. Based on the above, we have discovered that during the period from June 4th, when access to the relevant form was restricted, to June 25th, the form was accessible to external third parties without our intention, confirming the scope of the impact. And they did say that they would reimburse everybody that needed to move because their information got leaked, and they would pay for you to get a new phone number. It doesn't, I mean, you can't change your name, so that would be an issue if your real name got leaked, though. In response to this incident, and assuming case similar to this one in question, we also had an external agency investigate access logs of all Google Docs within our group to see if there was an unintended access or possible leak from external third parties. As a result, we confirmed that the only Google Forms that had unintended access from third parties were the following 4, which we have already notified everyone about: VSPO JP Edition, Brave Group General Edition, Harivari VLiver Edition, Google Forms for Channel Perms application for VSPO cutout videos. Specifically, files with a large number of external access between June 4th and June 25th, when the leak is believed to have started, files with a high rate of external access in June 2024, files with abnormally daily access logs. We conducted an external investigation from the above 3 perspective and found that in addition to the audition form, 5 other files were also found to be in question. However, we can assume that all the files were accessed from outside by external users who shared the links with us in accordance with our internal rules, and we have confirmed that there was no unintended or unauthorized access. So the countermeasures, we identified all Google Forms that had been created in Google Workspace within our group and changed the perms to restricted. Okay, that's it. Preventing reoccurrence. So they're going to take these measures. They're going to control file sharing settings and permissions through a review, and develop and enforcing rules regarding the handling of personal information, and 3, considering survey tools when obtaining information that includes personal information. What does this mean, considering survey tools? They're going to control it by reviewing file sharing settings and perms. For all Google Workspace services, including Google Form, we will control external sharing by disabling public settings that have no access restrictions, such as share with anyone with the link. Preparation and implementation of rules. We will strengthen the management system for personal information, review regulations and rules, etc. And thoroughly inform the company of these and work to raise awareness of directors and all employees regarding information management, including personal info. Or, you know, just don't ask personal info until like the latest round of the audition. That could work too. Flora Nova! Thank you for the 10 gifted memberships! Thank you so much! Thank you! See guys? That's one person that loves me, okay? I don't need to do GFE content, okay? I'm joking. Thank you, Flora Nova. Regarding the resumptions of auditions, following this can't speak. I'm starting over. From the top. I know, Elisa. Rima's so jelly, I know. Injury to insult. Fitting name. Thank you for the super chat. Trashy Nova, thank you for the super. I mean, the gifts were for chat, so you could say they love us more. See, even when they give me gifts for the chat, actually, they don't care about me. No one cares. So they're resuming the auditions that were temporarily closed. Oh, before the introduction of external services, we will first limit the acquisition of personal information, such as your real name and phone number, from the information you enter when applying. And we'll accept application using a form created by our company. Oh, okay. So they're not gonna take your name and phone number right away. Banger. Yeah, nice. Okay, that's good. You guys spoke about NTR. It reminded me of another drama that happened today. Okay, there's two. One of them is that one of the phase girls... I'll have to find it again. Can't find it. You guys type way too much in Rat's channel. I'm scrolling. So, okay. Well, I can't... It was on... It ended up on 4chan. I can't open 4chan, obviously. But basically, there's a phase girl called Hakushi Kaori. Japanese. She does some GFE content. Her name is Iori. She does some GF... Okay, I'm gonna start over because I can't speak. I'm gonna gather my thoughts, and then I'm gonna open my mouth. Okay, so Iori from Face Connect got some backlash from fans because she did an NTR roleplay stream, and the fans were very offended by it. So she got a lot of backlash from it and a lot of negative comments in the chat, and she ended the stream early. And then tweeted, "Thank you for coming, and I'm sorry I was being unique and creative." And no one kind of expected the NTR, because at first it started like a normal, regular roleplay, and then it turned into NTR, and the chat was getting cucked. So the chat felt insulted that they were being the cuckolds. And I'm a bit childish because I think the word cuck is so funny, so I laugh a little every time I use it. And she tweeted this. I wanted to make this stream as creative as possible and didn't put warnings up, but thinking through it afterwards, I now understand that this content was sensitive and should have had heads up for viewers. I will do for future RP streams, and please understand how my RP streams work. Thank you for the super, Nicomiya. Thank you, thank you. My RP streams are still at an experimental stage, so the plot might not be the way you imagine, and I want to make it clear that I didn't intend to make my viewers unhappy. I am sorry if I made you. I am sorry if I made you. For the next RP stream, I promise to do a happy one. Still thinking of the settings and ways to make it more unique and outstanding, so if you have any ideas, please share. There was a thread created on 4chan, and people were like, I don't think she really understood why people were mad, because she added a tag to her stream after that, and she said, oh, I should have clarified that this was NTR, but the fans are like, no, you don't get it, we just don't want NTR. But it's kind of funny, because imagine yourself, you know, you're listening to roleplay, you're getting in the mood, you're visualizing yourself in the story, you're getting immersed, and then next second you're getting cuckolded by your Oshi. To be fair to 4chan, the thread was pretty reasonable. A lot of people were like saying, oh, what the fuck are you talking about? Who cares? It's a nothing burger. And a lot of people thought it was not a big deal. I just thought it was such a goofy story to share. And it's very funny. Probably because the word cut comes out a lot. Surprise NTR, y'all! So is this archived or not? It is archived, but she gave it a NTR warning. Kiwasa would like it, because he's a big NTR defender. And then I have one last rat for you guys. Well, not rat. Where was this posted? Chat, where's the Niji Sanji thing? That we talked about in my Discord. Oh, there it is. Okay, so Darren Kato is a virtual Niji Sanji liver from Japan, and she's been very upset. Yeah, there's Niji news. Hello, abracadabra, everyone. I wish you had a good day. I have an unfortunate news for you. Because of some reason, Last Grenade project cannot be released. I know this is so disappointing. The project itself was halted because of Darim. When it's finally finished Reza had just graduated for too long, so it couldn't be released. Wait, Is she really a Japanese liver? Hold up. She's Indonesian. That's what I thought when I saw Urza. I was like, wait. This is Indonesian. So she's an Indonesian liver, and she says that the project itself was halted because of her. When it was finally finished, Reza had graduated for too long, so it couldn't be released. Reza, I've covered this VTuber a couple times in ID. He left and said that like he barely had any money to pay rent or food. So she's saying that it was first halted because of her, but then it couldn't be released. I sincerely apologize. I was not in my best health before. Hence, the project was halted and eventually axed. If you have further questions, please ask Any Color Inc. I'm tired of explaining something ambiguously and forcing myself to take all by myself. I love you, but I'm tired. I guess my love is weak now. I will be in a hiatus indefinitely until my heart is healed. The third paragraph is suspicious because why is she saying I'm tired of explaining something ambiguously and forcing myself to take it all by myself? I love their model. It's cute. They have the poofy culotte. So yeah. And she also said, I'm sorry guys, I'm too depressed to stream this week, next month, or this year. Or this year. I'll tell you what just happened when I am able. Thank you for understanding. And then she comes out with this announcement. So she feels like she has a lot on herself. What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on at Niji Sanji? Yeah, points towards other things falling through and because of red tape and not being able to explain the actual reasons. It sucks. It does strongly imply that she's all alone despite being in a company, which is worrisome. So anyway, that's it for me today. Been streaming for like 4 hours, so I'm pretty tired now. Started earlier, and hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Whew, I just had a big stretch. Gonna send you guys to Chio Chompy. Hope you guys take care. I'll stream some VTuber reaction soon. Or maybe some reaction to just some long-form videos. Oh, Penguin's posted a new video? Cool, I'll check it out. Alright, love you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.